H-Town, what's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, and sometimes Chris Walker, coming to you live from Houston, Texas, but we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live, and it is Tuesday morning. I know a lot of people here of me. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Wait till I give y'all. I got something for you. Let me tell you about the text I got last night. I'm going to tell you about this later. But I got a special guest. Gonna come on quickly. We're going to get him in and out of here. Do me a favor. Go Google Vernon Dean, Washington Redskins. Go Google him. I want you to know the Vernon Dean Foundation is, I'm a board member on the board. And we're having a big, great golf tournament on June the 5th. Okay, June the 5th. Mark that down. Volunteers, anybody want to be a part of it, let me know. Chop Shop Htx at gmail.com. We trying to make it big and grand because he's helping the Boys and Girls Clubs. He's helping the Salvation Army. And he's helping the poor underprivileged kids that transition from foster care. I mean, wait till I tell you about it. I just want to share the show right now. You got a 2-time Super Bowl winner. Y'all like winners, don't you? 2-time Super Bowl winner is going to be on the show talking. He got very long because he's in Dallas because they are in the championship game of the XFL. He's running back coach, not the running back, the defensive back coach for the DC Defenders. They're gonna be playing in the so-called Super Bowl this weekend. So let's make sure have your questions for him, whatever you want to know. But this golf tournament, June the 5th, Darryl Barnes, I hope you're back. If you just come out there and hang out for a little while. I just want everybody to come out and be a part. I want my people to come out there and be a part of it. Okay? All right? Got that? He'll be on and shortly. But yeah, I see. I know. Let me shout out to my starting five. That is Moody on Facebook. We got that is Moody on Facebook. Dale Griggs, Mate Cora, Chris Charles, who else? Alice Sesteros. Alice Sesteros, I can't believe you sent me. I'm the one that said it. I know what it meant. You didn't have to send me the definition of what it meant. I know exactly what it was. I guess you were sending that to Jimmy because Jimmy know now. But yeah, he emailed me. Alice Sestero trying to. I knew what it meant. I'm the one that said it. Duh. But shout out to all of those people. This is funny. This is a funny show. Alvin Pettit on the YouTube, Corey Willis, Joe Lewis, Simeon Sims, Jeremy Davis, Tyrone Caldwell. I see you out there. What's up? Y'all, how about them Lakers? Y'all, we're going to talk about that because I can't talk about it right now, Chris Charles, but I'm going to talk about it because I got a disturbing text. See, you remember when people tell you can't talk basketball around everybody, right? You can't talk the basketball around everybody. And it's two people, Jimmy Hicks and Corey Henderson. I'm calling their name. They put me on a group text this morning, and I'm going to show you the gist of the group text. And when I got to explaining myself, they tell me to go back to sleep. I can't wait. Yes, I can't wait. But what's up, Eddie Hardiman? How you doing? Hey, Josephine. Josephine got a unique man I want y'all to share. I happened to meet him on the golf course, Vernon Dean. He's Robert Young's uncle. Just a great man. I never forget the first time we went out there and played, and I was hitting that ball kind of good that day. And every time, you know how people won't say nothing, they'll just look at you and say, damn. You know, like that. Shout out to Kevin Freitman. He was at a tournament yesterday. Kevin Freitman, you better get your group together. June the 5th. Quail Valley Golf Course. It's gonna go down. June the 5th. No, we're gonna talk about, but no, we're gonna Doug. We gonna talk about that. But only reason I'm bringing Vernon on so early, because I want to make sure, because he got a meeting. He got to go break down some film and get into a meeting, but he gonna stop and talk to us. Y'all gonna talk to a two-time Super Bowl champion. And half of y'all ain't never talked to one before in your life. So especially a guy with two of them. So y'all get a chance to talk to him in a few minutes. Okay. All right. So what I'm trying to see what else I can talk about till he gets here, because I'm excited about having him come on the show, stopping everything he's doing to come and hang out with us. The Lakers are. I talk about Lakers are. You know what I thought about this? Hold up. The Lakers, this Chris Charles team, are essentially a team that can't shoot. They have a rookie defensive head coach. They flipped the roster at the trade deadline. LeBron now looks tired and disappears for quarters. You know, and it's greatly mostly, although he has a bad, he great mostly, but he has some bad halves. They got an undrafted Austin Reeves. They got Lonnie Walker, lighting it up. Not exactly Jordan's Bulls. But and then in the conversation last night, this is how it started. I'm going to get it because he going to come on in a few minutes. He got a few minutes. He going to come on, what time? He come on in a few minutes. This what Jimmy Hicks has the nerve to send me. And y'all make sure y'all bring it back up when he come back. Okay, Vernon already here. That boy, he already here. Let me see. I got him in there. I got you in there, big fella. Hey, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I just want to introduce somebody. I just want to introduce them and give you a brief, hold up, as he told me, a brief synopsis. But let me tell you something. Let me add him. Right? Let me add you. What's up, B? I got you in the building. Welcome to the Chop Shop. When you make it to the Chop Shop, hold up, let me get. I got to give you your flowers, Vernon. But let me tell you something, Vernon. I want to go here. I got to put my glasses on because they send me some stuff, right? They send me some stuff. First of all, you are going for the first XFL championship with the DC Defenders this weekend. We're going to talk about that later. But they had some stuff. I just want to read some stuff about you a little bit, okay? Because they was just telling me, you know, 2-time Super Bowl champion. You know, throughout your career, you never lost sight of serving at-risk youth in communities across the country. Thus, the creation of the Vernon Dean Foundation. And your efforts include working with youth who face homelessness, exiting foster care systems, repeat offenders, and the juvenile detention centers affected by human trafficking, falling into the cracks of the CPS and those that need additional behavioral health care. Jude, you're making partnerships with people that make that better. And on June the 5th, you're going to have a golf tournament, your first golf tournament.
Right.
We're going to have a VIP reception. Some of the players, invited players. I know they got it on here. They got Doug Green on, Doug Williams, Darryl Green, Eric Dickerson, Mark Clayton, and many more. But I saw something that because I love Maya Angelou also. And you says, in the words of Maya Angelou, if you always trying to be normal, you'll never know how amazing you can be. Right. Man, welcome to the Chop Shop, man. So just glad to have you as a part, man. What's going on?
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you having me, man. And I've always, heard about your show, listened to your show. Got a chance to meet you a few years ago, man, and you're everything they said you are.
Wow, wow. Hold on, let me take my glasses off for that one.
I know, right?
But V, tell me, man, you're busy, man. You're planning
Yeah,
a game, and I know you got to get to the meeting.
right.
Because you're preparing to win y'all's version of the Super Bowl.
No
You
doubt.
follow me? So
Yeah.
talk to us. Tell people what to expect on June 5th. Tell people if they involved in this tournament and give to this tournament, give to this foundation,
Right. You
what we
know,
gonna do, give to the foundation and what we gonna
right.
do, how big we gonna make this tournament on June the 5th.
Well, hopefully, and I believe we'll have a great turnout.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, when you were younger,
Uh-huh.
and we all knew kids that were in that situation, but
Uh-huh.
we just thought they were crazy. I mean, we always said, if a kid was a troubled child, we just said, oh, don't worry about him. He's just crazy. He's always fighting all the time. Stay away from that boy. Your mom and dad would say, stay away from that kid. And then later in life, you see, oh, this kid got shot trying to rob somebody,
Mm-hmm.
or this kid is in jail for beating up somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that kid, what we're trying to do is we're trying to make sure that that kid doesn't get to that point. Okay, if we
Mm-hmm.
identify a kid that has a problem, now that's an at-risk kid,
Right.
because typically, if you look at today's society, you have kids having kids,
Uh-huh.
and what happens to that kid that's having a kid? You see what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? What's happening to that kid? Now, first of all, the kid's not educated.
Mm-hmm.
Kid doesn't have opportunity to get a job, so the kid can't even raise his own kid. So that kid now is on the street. So now you got a parent who has a kid, and then it just keep perpetuating itself. It's over
Mm-hmm.
and over again. So what we trying to do is we trying to help as much as possible. And if we could help one kid, that's good enough.
Yeah.
But we're just trying to help somebody.
Right.
And we got a strong team. The foundation is built up not only of myself, but we got people that are working behind the scenes, and they doing a really good job. Especially
Elaine.
my niece Elaine Lattin, she does a really good job. We got Billy Ramsey, my nephew,
Yeah.
and we got some other folks. It's a whole bunch of folk, and I don't have time to mention all of them.
Right.
But they're behind the scenes, really making this happen. And when we got down and we sat down and started talking about it,
Mm-hmm.
and then a lot of times you realize that you got kids like that in your family,
Yeah.
and then once it gets close to home,
Yeah.
it's really tell you, hey man, I need to do something about this.
Right.
I can do something about this. And
Right.
then, and honestly, I believe I have the right platform to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's people like you that are helping us, that's getting the word out there.
Right.
And speaking of our golf tournament,
Yeah.
I think it's going to be, first of all, it's a lot of fun.
Uh-huh.
And if you think about it,
Uh-huh.
and I found this out, it's 2,800 former NFL players that live in Houston.
Right.
And a lot of those NFL players are former NFL players, not just NFL players, but professional athletes in
Athletes.
general.
Right.
They want to give back as much as possible.
Right.
So I think having a golf tournament,
Uh-huh.
and giving people who I guess have rooted for these guys, some of these guys were their childhood idols,
Uh-huh.
to get a chance to come out and mix with them. We are having a mixer. I think you mentioned it.
Yeah, the night
We're having a
before.
mixer in
On the
Sugarland
4th.
the night before.
Yeah.
Right, right. So just about the golf tournament, man. I think it's a great opportunity to come out and help us,
Yeah.
and help us in our effort.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, trust me, we're
Mm-hmm.
not going to rid the problem.
No.
The problem
Right.
is
Right.
going to exist, but we're going to try to help as much as we can.
Right. That's awesome, man. I mean, I just think about it. When people always think about athletes, they y'all rich, y'all do, y'all go. But man, being in this business and representing athletes and being around guys like you for 30 years, I know what you do when
Right.
you're not around. I mean, well, I was explaining to people earlier, not often do you get a chance to ask a question. This is a 2-time Super Bowl champion. these just don't walk around on trees. And I remember you said so. We were talking about the other day. Ain't been but 11,000 men like him ever lived that played in the NFL. 11,000 only.
Right, right. Well, it's actually the stat is I
Uh-huh.
think it's about 11,000 500, eleven
Yeah,
thousand
yeah,
seven hundred, somewhere around there
yeah.
that have played 3 years
Three,
or
three.
more.
Yeah, okay. Play three
Right, played
seasons.
3 years or more
Right.
in the National Football League. So
Uh-huh.
it's something that's tough. It's an elite fraternity,
Uh-huh.
and most of us, have a common bond, and we try to support each other as much as we can. Now, I might play in maybe 15 golf tournaments
You do.
throughout the year
Yeah.
around the country,
Right.
and it support my brothers,
Right.
just like my brothers will support me.
Right.
Those that can make it.
Hmm.
A lot of guys have other commitments.
Yeah.
I've had a couple guys who committed to me earlier,
Yeah.
found out that it was
Conflict.
conflicting date.
Yeah.
But trust me, the next one they will be here.
Hold up. And guess what? When they dropping down on you, when you dropping out, guess what? I got people filling in. So that's why the
Hey, man.
teamwork make the dream work, baby.
No doubt, no doubt.
Hey, so go. You can finish.
No. I was just saying, and I think it's important for all of us and those that are listening,
Yeah.
because I know you and everybody else is out there know somebody or know a
Mhm.
kid
Yeah.
that needs some sort of direction,
Absolutely.
and that's what this is really all about. Now,
Uh-huh.
a lot of us are fortunate, and we always want to make sure, hey man, my kids are not going to be like that. My
Hmm.
kids are not going to be like that. And some
Right.
people just turn it back to it, and they blind and they say, look, I'm gonna take care of mine. I'm gonna take care of mine. Well, hey, that little kid that's out there that's at risk, he might see your kid somewhere walking down the street, and all of a sudden, decide, hey, I'm gonna take a gun out and shoot this kid.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
sir.
so you gotta
Yes, sir.
so you gotta try to help wherever you can.
Right.
And all kids, they wasn't born bad;
No.
they just
No.
became bad.
Man,
You know,
absolutely.
so so
I'm, I,
you
I'm,
know,
sit-
so
I'm glad you said that. I got a little grandson, 5 years old. He's the most adorable little thing right now, 5 months old, right?
yeah,
But I look at him, I said, boy, I'm going to pray for you because he
no
looked
doubt.
like he going to get into something. I'm just watching him. He watched the phone. See, I mean, thank God we
Yeah,
got the FaceTime.
right.
When he see me on that FaceTime, he fighting everybody to get to that screen.
Right.
So, but you're right. No kid, and you finish that. No kid start off bad, but
Right.
continue.
Well, I'm just saying, and
Uh-huh.
a lot of kids just don't have the resources. They don't have the resources. They don't have the knowledge.
Right.
They just don't have the information.
Mm-hmm.
So I think what we're trying to do is we trying to provide a resource.
Gotcha.
We can't provide all the
We
resources,
start
just
right.
a resource,
Right.
and that's really all we're trying to do. And hopefully we can grow to where we have a center, where we can have kids come in and we can actually educate those kids and get them involved in stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And in the process this summer,
Mm-hmm.
we are going to be doing some camps,
Right.
and we partner with the Boys and Girls Club,
Mm-hmm.
Salvation Army. So we're going to be doing some things in the community try to get those kids involved.
Okay.
We'll have some free camps, field trips.
Mm-hmm.
It's a number of different things that we want to do
Uh-huh.
this summer.
Right.
Fortunately for me,
Mm-hmm.
I will have most of my summer free because
Okay.
we are a spring league,
Right.
and just like the players' hopes are to go to the NFL
Right.
or whatever, and most of the coaches, that's what they want to do.
Oh,
I've been there, done that from a
that's
coaching
right. That's right.
standpoint. So
What all
yeah,
teams you done work with, Vernon? Tell the
uh,
pro teams you done
not,
work with. The pro
I work
team.
with Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay.
So
Okay.
so
Okay.
and obviously playing in the NFL, and it's always your dream as a coach. You want to be at the very top,
Okay.
and
Okay.
and, and if,
Okay.
if you're not if you don't want to be the best, just like uh just like the quote from Maya Angelou, if you're always trying to be normal, you
Hmm.
never realize how amazing you can be. If I want to stand up and be just like you, then I'm just like you.
Uh,
And I always tell my players, I always say, hey, look, you have to achieve your greatness. Your
mhm.
greatness is not my greatness. It's your greatness. So
Right.
every day you got to wake up and realize what your greatness is. Otherwise, this is all for nothing. This is all for nothing. So,
Vernon,
so
you Vernon, you said something. I got to get this because I want people to hear this. I want their parents. I want the kids. You said something the other day with me, boy. You got me because I said, wait a minute, B. We was at the table talking, right? You said, man, my job as a coach
right.
is to brainwash these kids to be better than they are. Well, give me the
Yeah.
exact quote. What your job as a coach is to do? What?
Well,
Put it a little bit better
oh,
if you don't mean brainwash. I mean, that's
well,
how I took it. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right, right,
You
right.
got to convince somebody they better than they are. I think. I'm
Well,
sorry.
well, the whole objective for me when I'm put in a position of leadership
Uh-huh.
is I have to take you somewhere you never been before. Now, how do I do that? By any means necessary. And player is a little different.
Mm-hmm.
Each player is a little different. And here, because this is a development league, we have some guys here that just not ready to give it up. They might have had kids, and their kids say, "Look, I want to see my father play." Okay,
Oh.
we have a veteran in here
Uh-huh.
that plays for us. He played 9 years in the NFL, and DJ Swearinger. And
Yes.
his kid wanted to see him play. Now it's not a whole lot I can tell DJ. I mean,
Right.
he's made a lot of money, and he's played 9 years in the NFL. But the one thing about uh, good players, and my nephew always used to
Yeah.
say this, and it's a quote from Jerry Rice, and
Uh-huh.
it's Elaine's husband, Clifton Ladd.
Yeah.
But he said the good ones do what others won't do. The great ones do what others can't do.
Can't do.
Can't do.
Right.
Can't do it. And you
Right.
know a bunch of great players, and,
Yes.
and you know
Yes.
the one thing about a great player,
Uh-huh.
a great player is always trying to get better.
Oh my goodness.
You're always trying to figure it out. And you better watch out because if you don't tell him what he needs to know, he's gonna say, "Come on, coach, you know better than that." And
Uh,
that's that's what I have in DJ Swearinger. So I
uh,
have to stay on my toes. And not only am I helping him
mhm,
realize the rest of his career,
mhm.
he's helping me in the room by making these guys. He's giving a veteran leadership in his
Right.
room. So he's helping us as a team.
That's unbelievable. But Vernon, I got 3 minutes. You got 3 minutes. I got to get you
Okay.
out of here. I need you to be. So what I want you to do is just talk to the people. Whatever you want to tell. It's the world talking right now.
I got you. I
Everybody
got
all over the country gonna hear this now. So
you. I got
I just want the people in Houston. I want you to recap the golf tournament and
you. Right.
and just
Right.
just give me some. Give us something we can feel before you
I
leave.
got you. I
Okay.
got you. Well, first off, hope you guys can come join us.
Hmm.
It's June 5th, Quail Valley Country Club in
Yes.
Missouri City, Texas.
Hmm.
Hope you guys can join us. I honestly, truly know that it's of a worthy cause.
Yes.
And not only are there uh, at-risk kids in Houston, Missouri City, but all parts of Houston and all parts of the world. Now, I did grow up in Houston, but I also grew up in Los Angeles. So I've seen two major cities that have same types of issues,
Hmm.
and they still having those issues. So come out, help support us. The website is VernonDeanFoundation.org. That's something that you guys can go to that website. If you want to make a donation, you can make a donation. And we trust me, we're gonna try to help as much as possible. And as most of the guys that are in Houston, they have their organizations. They're out doing the same thing. They're trying to help. We know it's a problem. We realize it.
Hmm.
We just trying to do our part.
Right. Okay. And guess what? That's all we can ask you for. Man, thank you so much. Go win that championship, man. So everybody can get raises and everybody can move on and go wherever they want to go. And man, I can't wait to have you back so we can get on the ground and make sure we get everybody here safely and we have a great time. We're gonna turn it into a event. We're gonna turn it in not just an event. We're gonna turn it into an extravaganza. You got me. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. You got to understand, Vernon. If I'm associated with it, it got to be great. So
no doubt,
nothing but the best for the best, huh?
Yeah, I tell you this, man. I always say, man, I coach with great enthusiasm. I try to. I'm real intense, but it's great enthusiasm. And I tell you, man, just sitting up here talking to you, man, I understand. Hey, I understand why you have a great following, man, because your enthusiasm is outstanding.
Right.
And I thank you for helping us and with this foundation. I mean, you one of the guys that are doing things behind the scene.
Yeah.
I just didn't mention your name.
No, that's all right. No, I'm all right.
Okay.
I'm all right. Okay. I'm gonna keep working.
I got you. I appreciate all you do, man. And thank you so much, man. Thank you for having me on your show.
All right. Thank you. Go get them. All right. Man, that was amazing. Yo, that was amazing. See, that's why sometimes, hey, Mr. Kirkland, how you doing? I'm waiting on your phone call. Hey, Walter Kirkland. Great information that you gave me. I was reading off your board, off your information, Mr. Kirkland. Thank you so much. But y'all, we got to keep taking stuff for granted. It's not very often. It's not that many two-time Super Bowl winners. And we had one take out his time to share with you on the Chop Shop. This why I'm always so passionate and so serious about the Chop Shop, and don't let nobody. When somebody said, "Oh, that's that look," no, it ain't nothing look about this. If I get the analytics, Walter Kirkland, and last month, just on YouTube alone, it was 180,000 minutes watched last month. Just on YouTube. We broadcast simultaneously on Facebook and YouTube. 180,000 minutes watched. It ain't but a 120 minute show every day, 4 days a week. People are watching the show longer when they get engaged. It's just unbelievable, man. But I'm gonna take a quick break. We're gonna get right back to this. But let me tell you something. That two-time Super Bowl champion thought enough for Houston to come back and say, I'm gonna do something for the Houston area too. We got to. So when people do that kind of stuff, we got to make sure we support them. You got me? Chop Shop, we'll be back in a second. Yes, sir. Welcome back to the best 120 minutes of your day. I had to get that out. He's probably right there. He got to get his film together because they're having a meeting at 1:00, and he got to make sure he have everything when he present to the defensive backs to get ready for this game. So he took out his time, man. Let me tell you something, y'all. Time is so valuable. when people take out their time. I tell this story sometime, Walter. I can ask y'all how many TVs you got, how many shoes you got, how much money you got. But we don't know how much time we got. Time is so valuable. That's one of the reasons I love Kobe Bryant so much. Because he took advantage of his time. Even having a helicopter. Because it gave him time to spend more time with his school. He left practice, got on the elevator, got to Newport Beach, got the chance to go pick his daughter up from school. His daughter's up from school. It was time. That weekend, it was time. He spent time. He died with the people he loved. Everybody can't say that because we don't know how we gonna make transition. But time is so important. In Vernon Dean, 2-time Super Bowl champion, coaching in the XFL Bowl. I don't know what the name they call it, the championship. And he took out his time to invest and talk to us so we can, his talk can activate us into helping at-risk kids. And I know a lot of us in this basketball community, because Walter, this show is centric in amateur basketball because my co-host Jimmy Hicks and the founder of the show, Chris Walker, they made their bones in grassroots basketball. You know, Chris was a grassroots coach. He had a school. And then he went off to and coached in college and you know, coached some of the, he was an interim coach, but he was the first ever black coach at Texas Tech, African-American coach at Texas Tech, in an interim stage. But then Jim Hicks, you know, the basketball guru, the high school basketball guru, he been covering high school basketball for 20 years or more in this community. He got a great website. He got a great following. He do events that helps and put our young guys, some of these guys, y'all, that's playing in summer basketball, we ought to be glad they playing summer basketball because they might not be breaking in our houses. Or might not be sticking us up at the gas station. I just saw this morning. You know how you go through your feed. Somebody sent me there's 2 little boys at the gas station. And a white car pull up. Right? One of the boys saw the car and he just took off. He left. But I don't know why the other guy didn't move with him because I know he told him, man, let's move. The other guy just stood there. The dudes got out to the white car with their guns and went reaching in his pocket and seeing what he had on. And seeing if he had a chain, they was going to take it. You know, I thought they were going to take his shoes. They went right in this boy's pockets. And I sit there and said, wow. And then Vernon come on here talking about those kids are at risk. Those kids are at risk. They were young. What if they were somewhere in a basketball camp or at college? And I know crazy stuff happening on college campuses too. But let me tell y'all something, man. This stuff that what Vernon doing and this Chop Shop doing, that's why I can't play no games when people play around with this platform. This platform, man, this platform was bought with blood, sweat, and tears. Jimmy, Chris, and I, do you think we feel like coming on here every day? Don't y'all know I got a grandson that lives and a daughter that lives in LA. I got a son that lives in New York. I could be anywhere. So respect the platform, respect what we do in this community. And June 5th, Chop Shop Htx at gmail.com. We looking for people to be, we looking for volunteers. They ain't even asking me to do that. I'm looking for the Chop Shop volunteers. So if Mr. Kirkland or Miss Ladden or Mr. Dean, they need anything that day, we gonna be there to relieve that stuff. Tell your friends, tell another friend, donate to the foundation, the Vernon Dean Foundation. I'm gonna put it back up there in a minute. Those are the things we always talk. Well, Robert, see, now we get a chance to take this talk and turn it to action. We can talk all we want to, but I bring a man on here that's about the action. It's about action. So let's get to talk about. Let's get to talking about. I know y'all want to talk about. No. Can I share some with y'all? Walter, I hope you're still here. This morning, y'all. This morning, I'm trying to find it. I know I put it up there. Oh yeah. I get a text this morning. Y'all watch this. Watch this, Walt. I get a text this morning. A group text. Malcolm, I got you, baby. I got you. Oh yeah, the Lakers. I got a not a Laker loving. Y'all watch. These guys don't love the Lakers. These guys cheer against every team that I like. Malcolm, watch this. These two dudes, they don't profess to love the Lakers. We got one. He got 100 damn teams. He said he always want to be on the winning team. But this is what they sent me this morning, y'all. Let me see how it started. They sent me this mess right here. Let me click on it. They sent me this mess. I'm gonna blow it up a little bit, so y'all, because I don't mind you not seeing my face. I'm gonna blow it up a little bit so y'all can see it. Bring it down, Rob, bring it down. Let me bring it down. Just cover me up. Cover old Rob up. I put it in the middle. Hold up. Let's cover old Rob up. They sent this. They had the unmitigated gall to send me this. And wow, that's what he put. So I said, what's the wild part? These the conversations. This is why I tell you, Walter, you can't not discuss basketball with everybody. One is a high school basketball guru, and one is a high school football coach. High school basketball coach. So, okay. I'm going to park that there. I respect these gentlemen. But when they get to talk about this NBA, I don't listen. Because this is my realm. I never argue with them about high school basketball. I said, okay, that's y'all. But they always want to, because they read the newspaper, they read ESPN, they listen to Stephen A. Smith, they listen to Shannon Sharp, Shannon, whatever them Shannons is, and all these other guys, and they want to put this up there. I said, why you put that up there? Then the other one talking about, that's interesting. Then he, good morning, with a little smiley face. Then he tell me to read the top. I said, I read the top already. I read it. What is the context? 13 or 14 trays in those last minute situations in a lifetime. Talk about Steph Curry. So, these guys, this early in the morning, y'all, hold on, let me tell you what time it was. Let me give you some context. This 8 o'clock in the morning. Walter, Monte. I said, I still don't understand the context. You telling me what he's not? Talking about Steph Curry. The whole thing is about Steph Curry because they know my relationship with him. I bet they don't talk about this to nobody. They text the wrong one. Because you telling me about what he didn't do. Kerr is a four-time champion, the only unanimous MVP ever in the league. I say you're worried about what he's not, but what he is a champion. Now let's see if there's a wow on that. Do y'all know how hard it is to be a champion? These same guys get on James Harden because he's not a champion. These same two guys I'm talking about. Well, he can't win the big one. This dude done won the big one 4 times. And you send that piece of mess to me? Then guess what they told me? You go back to bed. You know what they told me? Because I'm going to always come with them with facts, Slim. See, they come in with... I don't care how many shots he'd have missed at the end. Because guess what? They wouldn't have been able to get to the end if he hadn't hit all them shots in the beginning. Slim. Then, one of them post the picture of this guy. Lonnie Walker. Ain't there one of them mentioned Lonnie Walker all year. But now, Lonnie Walker. And guess what I did, y'all? Guess what I did? Coach, y'all got to understand, I love an intellectual joust. But some of this stuff just don't, Walter don't get it. Walter, they mentioned, he sent me a picture of Lonnie Walker. And guess what I did, Walter? Because, Walter, I ain't always been saved, Walter. So, Walter, guess what I went in? I went in my mind now. I didn't let it come out of my mouth. I didn't let it tweet it. I didn't let it text it. Walter, guess what I did? I started thinking of the negatives about Lonnie Walker. Hey, Calverta, my baby sister's on here. My baby, that's Calverta Jackson. That's my baby sister. Hold on. Check this out. Check this out, Walter. Walter, I was finna talk about the man's hairstyle and everything, right? But that good, I ain't always been saved, but this new Robert Hatter didn't say a word. Guess what I did? I said, I'm gonna go research Lonnie Walker. I am so glad I went and researched Lonnie Walker. I'm going to tell you why. What these guys turn into laughing and sniggling about Stephen Curry, and I'm going to tell you some stuff about him too. It made me, when he posted that picture, I said, I guess y'all are Lonnie Walker fans now. Yeah. Y'all Lonnie Walker fans now, right? So guess what I did, y'all? I went and studied, found out about Lonnie Walker. Instead of, you know how people get mad and I just get smarter. Because Walter, it led me to go study what about Lonnie Walker. I didn't know this about him. And Walter, I've been in this business for 30 years. I did not know. Check this out. It's a phenomenal performance by Lonnie Walker. To me, it was a message to all young hoopers about staying prepared for your opportunity. He sat there on that bench. He got traded and during the trade deadline. He sit there on that bench. Before the trade deadline. No, he can't. No, I'm sorry. He didn't come to trade later. He left San Antonio. He told San Antonio not to pick up my option. I want to get the hell out of here. And he went to the Lakers. Right? But check this out, y'all. This is what got to me. In June of 2020, Walker revealed that he had been the victim of sexual abuse by family members as an adolescent and had grown out his trademark long hairstyle as a coping mechanism. In deciding to cut his hair, because his hair is cut now, Walker described it as an act of having shedded my skin mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. So I'm giving y'all a breadcrumb about heart, because I was going to make a joke about this hair. And some told me, no, find out who this young man is. Don't get in that mess with these guys. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. He explains why he grew his hair out and why he cut it. He cut off his signature, he called it a pineapple haircut, that he had been growing since the 5th grade. The kid had trauma since the 5th grade. Now he is explaining why he grew his hair out in the first place and subsequently cut it. It was much more of a sobering story than his huge perpetual smile would lead you to believe. As he explained on his Instagram account, y'all listen to this, because we might have kids going through this. Forget Kim Kardashian right now. We're talking about Lonnie Walker right now. Let's pay attention to this right here. Y'all, we can talk about Kim Kardashian later, being courtside. Yes. We can talk about her later. This is important. His hair was a cloaking device. This is the kind of stuff y'all need to watch with your kids. His hair was a cloaking device after suffering from sexual assault as a child. The real truth is to why I started doing this early in the 5th grade. This is from his Instagram account. It was a cloaking device for me. During the summer of my 5th grade year, I was around more family. Some that names I'll be left alone, and was around more. I was sexually harassed, raped, abused. I even got accustomed to it because being at that age, you didn't know what was what. Y'all need to hear this. I was a gullible, curious kid that didn't know what the real world was. I had a mindset that my hair was something that I could control. My hair was what I can make and create, and it would be mine. Because I'm just throwing this in because they was taking everything else from this baby. And it gave me confidence. As of recently, I wasn't at my best. Previous history popping up in my head, and it sucked mentally. The demons. Because of this virus, the kid had these people that inflicted on this kid. He said, I began to truly look at myself in the mirror and see who I truly was, even behind closed doors. Long story short, he says, I have found peace and internal happiness through this journey, God willingly. I forgave everybody, even the people that don't deserve it. Why? Because it's dead weight. Time doesn't wait on anyone. So why should I waste my time on it? He said, me cutting my hair was more than a cut. My hair was a mask of me hiding the insecurities that I felt the world wasn't ready for. But now, better than ever, out with the old, in with the new. I've shedded my skin mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. He said life will always be hard. You got to play with the cards that you're dealt with and try to make a winning hand. And if you lose, it's never a loss, it's a lesson. I'm going to be off this for a while, off social media, still growing through this. Now, y'all, this was in 2020. Just know I love each and every one of y'all. Peace and love and happiness. Lonnie Walker. I didn't know this till this morning when Corey Henderson and Jimmy called themselves chiding me about Steph Curry and the loss. It gave me a chance. Corey posted a picture of Lonnie Walker. And instead of me attacking Lonnie Walker like I wanted to, I said, let me find out more about this kid. Amazing story. Amazing story. It's happening in a lot of families, and we hush hush about it. But I just wanted to share that with y'all. What these guys had for bad for me and skinning and grinning this morning, I found some out. I found some out that that was very, 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 very life-changing to me. And then I sit there and look at what Vernon Dean was talking about. You know, these people that go from foster care to here and there. Y'all, we never know. That guy been sitting on that bench by the Lakers all that time. A lottery pick, mind you. And he came off that bench in the fourth quarter and went to work. I wasn't mad at him. I was mad at the team that I support and I like. I saw them do some stuff and I'm gonna share some stuff with y'all a little bit later, that I just thought was, it's just boneheaded. Because I know they know better. But some people in this basketball, y'all, they get in their feelings. But welcome to the show, Jimmy. I thank you and Corey. Because if y'all don't mess with me this morning at 8 o'clock, I would have never knew this about Lonnie Walker. I would have never knew this kid had to grow up through all of this. Then he come over from the Lakers. He left. He told Pop and them, "Hey man, I'm not finna be part of this rebuilding stuff, man. I'm going over here to the Lakers." And then, hey, played early in the year. Then in the playoff, but sit down. But he saved that sorry sack of what suds. I ain't gonna curse today. That sorry sack of sud team that y'all call the Lakers. That I wish y'all can throw all of them in the ocean. But we're gonna talk about that a little bit. We're gonna talk about it. He said, check out hey man, don't do that, Herb. Hey Herb, everybody. See, Herb, y'all look at that. Don't y'all click on that mess. He filming me at hold up, y'all. Hold up. Hey, Jim. I got another subject before we go. We got I saw something the other night. It used to be a time we can go somewhere and just sit. Man, I'll never forget. I'm with a famous guy one time. I ain't gonna call his name because I don't want y'all. We sitting there. This dude, a dude, not no woman. If it was a woman, I said, okay. He over there, me and him sitting there eating. Dude over there like this with his phone, Jim. My dude catch him. He said, dude, really? Really? I'm sitting courtside at a game. Somebody passed by me. Somebody said, man, these people taking pictures of you over here. John Morant in the club the other night. In the club. Yeah, Herb, I'm finna tell you here though. He in the club the other night. Having fun, minding his own damn business. What make people take out a camera and go videoing somebody? And watch little mama right there. Little mama trying to come up right there. Watch how she keep looking back. She trying to come up. Jimmy, check out. Look, she turning back to me. What? When I used to come to the club, only time I took out my phone was to get somebody's number. Yeah, that man minded his own little business. And guess what? Somebody, I bet you it was a dude. Jimmy, stop filming me. Everybody, people stop filming me. And don't post it. now, so what's up, man?
Well, there's two sides to that, and that is number one.
I'm talking about my side. I don't give a fat rat's ass about the other side.
Well, the thing is, when people film or filming with their cameras, they're basically filming because if something happens, then they get it, then they come up with the video. Could be a TMZ moment, and TMZ pay like they weigh. So that's the reason why some people, not all, but some people will hold their cameras, just holding it somewhere, just waiting, preventive maintenance. They're not even there for much. They might have came there for another reason, but why they there? Oh, let me go to work. And it's the same reason why some guys that with the video at the basketball games, with these high school games, why they're filming the whole game for a moment that could happen, that will why the people that's paying them to be there.
So you're in the club trying to come up, filming Ja trying to come up. That's what you're saying.
You don't know what to highlight. You're trying to you hoping for a mixtape, for a highlight.
This world has changed. This world has changed.
Oh, we know that, but that's the
truth.
And if you guys never realized that, Archie Young is watching right now. There are people before he even crank up his car. I ain't
talking about Archie. I ain't talking about them guys. Them guys. I understand them.
So it's the same.
I'm talking about you in a club.
Yeah,
minding your own damn business.
Okay, you on the court minding your. But understand.
You ain't man. You want people to film you on the court.
No. Understand this. While Archie is filming the one guy, he's indirectly filming the other guy. All the rest of the 9 guys on the court. They didn't pay Archie to come film them. They might say to hell, you need my name, image, likeness. Why are you filming me? Same thing you're saying. They're filming in hopes of getting the highlight from and to get paid. Now, if something happens, guess what? It's a great day. Fish biting. If something don't happen, oh well, don't get as many clicks or likes. But that's the thing.
Wow.
When you filming that one, you indirectly filming the other 9. The other 9 didn't authorize you to film them. Them other 9.
I love these excuses you get. Come on. You're
No, no,
sounding
no,
like
no.
Fox Sports. Fox News right now. Come on, Tucker. Come
No,
talk, Tucker. Talk.
Allen, that's not an excuse. I'm telling you one reason
I
why
don't
the cameras are working.
care.
So you saying why don't? I'm telling you.
I said what I did. I used me. When I listen, whoa. When I go somewhere, when I go to a club,
It could be a
when I go
viral.
somewhere, I'm
Guess
not
what?
finna film nobody.
Oh, no, you said don't film me. You asking about why people filming you, or why people would film other people, and you reference. So to some people, you are the equivalent of Ja Morant in popularity. You just got to deal with it. Face it. You tell everybody what you did around the world. You don't want to show the pictures of you and all these people around the world. So guess what?
Excuse me. That's my history.
Okay, so that means you enthuse.
So it's happened.
You enthuse people. So that means if I'm enthused, I'm going to put my camera on you. Something might happen.
That's
Somebody might.
Twisted. That whole, hold up. Your whole last stanza is sick and twisted.
But guess what?
It's sick and twisted. I'm talking about you talking about it. The way you talking about it is sick and twisted.
Hey, if the people out there that in that industry, that film, they have, I'd say that's one reason. I didn't say that's
sick and twisted.
That ain't the only reason. That's one reason. I just gave you one reason. Now, other people might have other. That's what. And guess what? They might could come up with a moment, and then other people may do it because they want people to know, validate where they are. So that means I'm taking a picture of this guy to show you that I'm in the room with this guy, and that's what some other people do it for validation purposes. With their back to their friends, family, all followers. That's and it is what it is. It's a whole different world. Bottom line, if you don't want to be filmed or the cameras, the paparazzi effect, then guess what?
Wow.
Be careful where you go.
That's right. That's why I go places people can't go. Thank you. You're right. All right. That's why most of the time, yeah, because I don't like it. I really don't. I am adamantly against. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. I don't care how much validating it is, Jeremy Cunningham. I think it's some clown stuff to me. Y'all might get validated and says give them an excuse. No, I don't do that. No. Y'all need to quit, man. Y'all need to quit. Don't film nobody. Maybe I just feel the difference. So why? I don't feel that. I've been around some moments that could have been viral, but I wouldn't dare film it. I wouldn't dare. But guess what? It's different story. But guess what? You got to respect my. You so adamantly defending them. But guess what? No, I ain't doing it. What else we got out here? Lonnie Walker, Stephon Curry stats. I put your stats up there. I put that bunch of crap that you put up there was the weakest. Oh my God! I put it up. Let me put it back up there so you can see it. Because I had to ask you, what's your point? I had to ask you, what's your point? I made the point. Yeah.
The point is some people that are deemed. Now the clutch is a different meaning because clutch is 5 minutes or lower. That's how they define the word clutch.
Why you send this to me this morning? That's all I want to know. Don't give me all that other smack.
It was sent to you this morning because Steph Curry missed 2 of them in the final 15 seconds. And those were 2 game-winning shots. Okay. So that's why it sent you. So that lets you know that hell, by his stats, hell, he ain't showed nobody that he hit that shot at the end of the game to win the game. He's the second worst in the past 25 years with the ball in his hands with a game-winning shot on it. Not in the comeback, not during the moment of the spurt of a surge, but at the end of the game, in that final span, as it says, 1 minute or lower, He showed that he's not.
What
He's
does
on the
that
tail
mean?
end of it.
What's that mean about a 4-time NBA champion, the only unanimous champion ever in history? What does that? So what?
No, that
So you,
means
Giselle Bundchen, supermodel. She whoever y'all think is the most beautiful woman in the world. Her fingernail broke, and you got the tweet. You got the highlight that she chipped her fingernail. Wow. Unbelievable, y'all. I sit there, I listen to y'all, and I just sit there and listen to the spirit. Somebody was talking about something today, and this is how I felt about the game. You, out of all of this game, the man had, hold up, y'all. Hold up. The same guy he talking about right now. Okay. Because he always, this the stat man, right? Okay. All right. Let me just get here. This same guy, Wardell Stephen Curry. Come on, y'all. Don't do me like that. Hit that button quicker than that, Robert. Wardell Stephen Curry lost by 3 points last night, right? Y'all, let me paint a picture for y'all. That's why you say you can't talk basketball to everybody. He had 31 points, 14 assists, 10 rebounds, 2 turnovers. And this man, hold up, y'all. This man sent this to me this morning. That's why I asked him, what context are you? We can get a number for anything. I don't know what you call. First of all,
put it like this. That's one statistic.
4-time champion, Jimmy.
Okay. How many rings did Shaq win? Shaquille O'Neal. How many rings did he win?
I don't know.
But okay.
I don't know. Your ass don't know. You're asking me. What the hell you looking at me for?
Shaquille O'Neal was at one point.
How many rings he win?
The worst free throw shooter among starting centers in the league at one point. He was the worst. That was a stat. It didn't define him in his career. It didn't going to have no bearing on him making the Hall of Fame or not. It didn't have a bearing on his greatness.
So why you bring it up?
But guess what happened? It was a time that in the fourth quarter, and teams, it had never been done in modern day history, teams created a multitude, would insert guys into the game that had low foul count and would foul him purposely, and it was called the Hacker Shack. That's what they nicknamed it, the Hacker Shack. It had never been done in modern day history. It didn't have no bearing on Shaq's, on his stat line, as far as his dominance. But what it did was, at the end of it was a statistic, and it was known that it was going to happen if the game was in a situation where it was close. Often, his coach at the time, or a couple of his coaches, they would often opt to even sit him down sometimes in that fourth quarter during that particular span. This is only a stat. Shaq was so bad and so awful at the free throw line. It only became a case when Shaq his free throws would cause them to lose, that's the only time it became a conversation. If he was at the line and he missed one, and the game was actually on the line. Well, in Golden State's defense, most of the times when they winning, they're kicking ass. So it didn't come down to Steph Curry having to hit a game winner or a game tying shot. So that's a difference, because his 4 titles, yes, Kevin Durant had a whole lot to do with 2 of those. A whole lot to do with two of those titles. So we're not talking
like context are you? So why did you send that to me? I'm very aware. What was the reason? Oh, what was? I just don't understand your argument.
Guess what? Guess what? There,
I just
you
didn't
just
understand.
you
That's all.
you just hold on. Let me tell you. I'll give you another reason since you didn't understand that one. Let me put this one straight where the ghost can get it. There's a reason you referred to me as stat man. If you referred to me as weed man, that means I must love weed. You referred to me as drink man, that means I must love drink.
Okay.
That means you referred to me as stat man. So if stats enthuse me, they don't enthuse you. So that's why I sent you, because that's something that enthused me. There's often some things that you send me.
Oh, that's
No.
Come on.
So now there are often things that you might send me, or other people might send me or you in text messages or emails that we don't even open up. You know why? Because it don't have no bearing or likeness or enthusiasm towards me even giving a damn about it. But guess what? To the person that sent it to us, they might like that. They might love that. That's why they send it to us. They say, hopefully you guys might like this. Check this out. That's
okay. But I just mentioned a stat you didn't mention. This stat kind of pretty good too now. You didn't mention this stat. 31, 14, 10. You didn't say that stat didn't light your eyes up.
You don't have bearing in the L, Hatter. That's an L. Go with that. That's just like that's like 53 points. 53 points in the playoff game the other day. That came with an L.
Okay.
That came with an L.
Okay. I got some. I saw this. I got another story I want to tell y'all. Y'all listen to me. See, people like that, they stat guys. So I ain't even worried about what he said. Let me give y'all something that I saw and I kind of like. They said the sign of greatness is when you have a bunch of really good players and great players in a game, and Michael Jordan was so much better than everybody else. Check this story. In 93, the finals, Phoenix versus Chicago. Barkley was sensational. 27 and a half points and 13 rebounds a game. Yet, the gap between he and Michael Jordan was as wide as the Grand Canyon. That's how great Jordan was. As good as everyone else was on the floor last night, to me, Stephen Curry was like 1,000 times better than most of them last night. But he sent me this that stood out to him. His passing, his shooting, his leadership, his ball handling, his assists, all-encompassing virtuoso performance by Steph Curry last night. And I wonder, have I even understated him? How great he is? Have I? When people giving me this information, the Warriors won a title last season, ladies and gentlemen, just in case you didn't know. And the second best player was Andrew Wiggins. Didn't it remind you a little bit of Tom Brady? Last Super Bowl with New England? When they had no 100-yard rush, no 1,000-yard rusher, no 1,000-yard receiver? That Gronk and Edelman, Jimmy, they was old men. I'm just listening. Y'all help me. Because that stat stood out to him. Brady wins the Super Bowl and eventually leaves a couple of years later, and they look slow and old when he left. You ain't heard from Bill Belichick them no more. I look at this thing sometimes. What would happen if Steph wasn't there? Klay Thompson, sometimes he was just terrible. He was more terrible than he been good. Wiggins is soft this year. Got some stuff he dealing with. Dante Vincenzo had a couple of bad turnovers, last night. Jordan Poole is erratic, and nobody trusts him no more. And I got something to show y'all on that one. This is getting bad. Draymond Green doesn't give you no offense, and Kevin Looney can only get a rebound. Think about it, y'all. You are very good at these specific things. I'm sitting there, Gary Payton, who's the second best player last night. He ain't as good as his dad. And then you always talk about KD. I love when y'all bring up KD. They won't talk about that. Steph won a title y'all listen to this, and I want y'all to hear this good, because I can't believe he said that mess. Steph won a title pre-KD, won 2 with him, and won 1 without him.
Which one of them two? He won?
I don't care.
You just asked what you just posed the question. What if Steph Curry wasn't there on the court? What if he wasn't there? What if KD wasn't there in them 2 that they won?
They still won. They won without him. Well, it's proven they can win without him. It ain't proven he can win without them.
Not yet. Not yet. It's in the making.
But it just killed me when all of the game that went on. This performance this man put on last night. You can come. You ain't worried about, because guess what? If you don't hit enough shots to keep it close, you don't have Jimmy. You never get to the end of the game and be able to hit a guy. See, y'all keep talking about, well, it happened at the end of the game, but if he don't hit the points in the beginning of the game, y'all keep that's what y'all always say about James Harden. Well, he ain't good in the clutch. And he hit a shot the other night. See, y'all, I know what it is. Them guys ain't sent that tweet out to nobody but me. I know what it is. But do y'all think that's going to change? Because guess what? What I love about this game, Stephen Curry done been in this position before, down 3-1, and beat OKC with KD and Russ, who you bragging about a minute ago. He in the same year that LeBron came back and beat them from down from 3-1 and beat them. So I want to hear that. But you're bragging about KD. You're bragging about KD. Stephen Curry, this is what I love about him. He been in this place before. He know he make what I think.
LeBron? He was in this place before against LeBron James?
We don't care who it is. He's been in this spot before.
It matters.
Hey, LeBron James ain't LeBron James. Y'all had to depend on Lonnie Walker.
Okay, so wait a minute. They had to depend, the Lakers depend on Lonnie Walker.
You ain't played him the whole year.
So tell me this. So what's the difference than Golden State depending on Jordan Poole a year ago when they won their championship?
We didn't depend on him. He didn't nobody depend on him. The MVP was Stephen Curry.
Understand that, but Jordan. Okay, so Lonnie Walker ain't no MVP candidate of this series. Or
but I'm talking about last night.
Okay, that role.
Hold on. Okay. He hit 15 points in the fourth quarter. Ain't nobody never did that for the Lakers but Kobe. LeBron ain't never did it.
Did what?
Hit 15 points in the fourth quarter as a Laker. Ain't but 2 players did. You the stat man. I'm giving you stats.
Okay, we talking about Lonnie Walker now. We talking about
Lonnie Walker. Lonnie Walker hit 15 points. Read my lips. Whoa.
I'm saying we're talking about
in the fourth quarter.
We talking about Lonnie
The
Walker.
only time somebody ever did that as a Laker was Kobe.
Yes.
I can use Kobe's name.
But we talking about Lonnie.
You don't tell me how to phrase my thing.
You talking about MVP candidates, and you talking about Steph Curry, and you just already said about all of the boneheaded things that they did, right? Steph Curry was the one who made the final turnover. Did he not? He turned that ball over, threw it out of bounds to who? He threw it to you. Who he threw it to? Shannon Sharp? Just threw it out of bounds. And they had a timeout left. He could easily just say timeout, bro.
I know. Hey, if y'all turn the music down, the man got undercut by LeBron and knocked down. They knocked the ball. Man, go look at the thing and go look at the thing again. Quit listening to the talking heads. I know what you're doing. Only thing I can say.
I watched the game.
Well, watch it again. Watch it again.
Volume down because I was in a bar last night.
I got a question though. What if you in the bar? You was drinking. You was talking. You had time to listen. So hold on.
Number red on Monday.
Okay, I got this. If I was gonna say something, I look at the mental mistakes that were made. I think Golden State lost this game more than the Lakers won it. That's just me. I said to myself, what were they thinking about? The paint was open, Steph. Why didn't you just drive by AD? Now, if you wanted to bring that up, hold up. If you had to text me that this morning, I would have said, y'all got to understand. They just didn't play like 4-time champions last night. They did not play like 4 times. Do you know how hard it is to win 4 championships? Because, evidently you don't. I think y'all just take them for granted.
How many LeBron have?
He got 4.
Okay. I asked you how many.
Why are we talking about LeBron? Hold on. I'm going to get like you. Why are we talking about LeBron?
Well, because he got the W. He got the W, and he played very well last night, based on a 38-year-old man playing against guys much younger than him.
Jimmy, LeBron stunk it up for 4. That's why they had to get a ball. Hold up. LeBron did what? Ladies and gentlemen. Hold up. Ladies and gentlemen. LeBron was so damn terrible that Darvin Ham got in the huddle and said, we're drawing this up for Lonnie Walker. Get what Lonnie Walker did, y'all. LeBron, come set a pick for me. You ain't doing shit else. Let's come set a pick for me. Let me go around the pick. And this man talk about LeBron James. Man, come on, man. Wait a minute. Hold on. Man.
Last night, LeBron James had to work overtime on his load of minutes. And guess what? It's not like
that's part of the game.
Exactly. So therefore, the legs aren't going to be has as much life for a 38-year-old man or a 20-year NBA veteran as in most. So guess what? That's why it's a team sport.
I did not text you this morning talking negative about LeBron James. Let's stay on task. I did not say not one thing about. I'm talking about the text this morning.
Actually, put that text up again, and you might miss something. See, that's what I'm saying.
I ain't got to mix nothing.
Watch that text again. In that same text message, actually, I was showing you the contrast, which actually I sent it for LeBron James' sake to show you what number he is on that same chart in regards to clutchness.
I came on this show. Excuse me, sir. I came on this show. Whoa. I ain't gonna let you go there. I ain't gonna let you go there. I done been on this show and gave him acknowledgement of being one of the most clutch players in NBA history. This ain't got nothing to do with LeBron. This you hating on Stephen Curry. That's what I'm talking about. That's all I'm saying, y'all. Steph, he didn't need to take that last shot.
It's showing a comparison between the two.
I'm not comparing the two.
What do you mean?
You can. I'm not comparing the two. I don't compare players like that.
Both of these guys are in a quest for a landmark 5th title.
And guess what? Do you know the series not over?
Okay. But guess what? Guess what it is? It's game 5 for the Lakers. It's game 7 for the Golden State Warriors.
So it's desperation for Golden State. That's all.
It's only game 5.
It is okay. It's okay. Jimmy, Steph has been here before. You don't understand it. Steph has been here before.
Steph been there before.
Because when they go tear their head off there in Oakland, guess what's going to happen? Go back to L.A., the booty hole's going to get tight. I'm just telling you. The Lakers.
So since you're saying Steph been there before, LeBron James has been here before several times, and there's not a team in his life that has came back from 3-1 and beat him. In his life.
It's the first time for everything they told me.
Okay, so that's what we're waiting on then. Great history.
It's the first time for everything they told me.
I was gonna sip my cup right here.
Yeah, no, dude, that was the most worst. I didn't let you weasel out because if you listen to the words, dude, you don't understand greatness. You don't understand. In your blindness to text me this morning, you wasn't looking at the game last night and understand you saw, look, who does that? A guy who ain't got no damn team. Whoever win against me, that's his team. Hold up. Did you write? Hold up. This the same guy. Did you write that up for James Harden? Could you write me one of them up for Philadelphia? Write me one for Philadelphia. No, write it right now.
I'll drink on that tomorrow. It's an even right now.
Let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all. With people like him, people like Eric Bowens, Kelton Yuku, Chris Walker, if the Lakers manage to beat them, I'm cheering against they sorry ass. I don't never want them to win another game.
Guess what?
I'm cheering against the Lakers. I promise you. I don't want them to win. I don't even want them to win a marble contest. I don't want to win them when they're playing jacks in the draft. You know, they probably in there playing jacks.
And what if they do? What if they do?
Hey, all I'm saying, if they do, I'm just going to cheer against them.
What if they? No,
I like to cheer against people.
Once it's over, what if they do?
I ain't never cheered for LeBron to win.
Okay, no, but the cheering will be over with. When it's over, what did they do? What did the Lakers do win?
They just do. Guess what? I'm going to come on here and talk stuff just like I'm doing right now. How about that? See, hold up. Hey, Jimmy, guys like Eric Bowens and you and all these guys, when that happened to y'all be sick. I be laughing because I know stuff that can happen in the NBA. I've been in this. Hold up, sir. Hold up. What you say, I let everybody know. I've been around this business for 30 years. Just like you let everybody know what you be doing. I've been around this business for 30 years closely up front. It happens. They might have a chance to win. Hold up. I'm gonna show you how thorough I am.
Say.
On February the 9th, they were 25-31 on the outside looking in. And guess what?
In 12th
they
place.
In a position now.
12th place.
That they can, it was 13-14 back then. They're in a position now that they one win away from going to the conference championship to get their head tore off by whoever win on that side. So guess what? Good year for them. Shout out to Rob Pelinka because y'all tore his head off. I tore his head off. Y'all tore his head off. Shout out to Darvin Ham. This what killed me. Y'all around here, y'all. This what I can't stand about you fans. I ain't hear now one of y'all. You gonna worry about what Steph doing? You ain't. You on a talk show with me, and you ain't got sense enough to say, "Damn, Darvin Ham might be doing one of the hell of a." If it was one of them white coaches, y'all would have been sucking him clean. This what y'all would have been doing. Hold up. If it was one of them white coaches, if it was David Black or one of them, hold up. This is what y'all be doing. Wait. I found something for y'all. Then I didn't. Boy, I had something for y'all. Oh, there it is. This is what y'all be doing. If it wasn't one of them, but none of y'all.
So that means the other day, let me refer you back to something that you said. When you noted that Steve Kerr, the coach of Golden State Warriors, was gonna make some adjustments, and he was gonna make these adjustments and come back in this game 4, and you was gonna see
he made an adjustment.
That's what he does. He make them adjustments, and guess what one of them was? Yeah, he made them. And he's scrambling right now. Put Gary Payton in the starting lineup.
He ain't scrambling.
Hold on. The big fella only played about 12, 13 minutes at most. Looney, 11 minutes.
I say he worth. Hold up. I say he worth one game in this playoff. That's what I said. I know you didn't listen. He worth one game in this series.
Who is he?
Steve Kerr. That's what I said.
He also say he's known for making adjustments, and most coaches, but he's known one of his attributes is his ability. He's not afraid to shuffle the deck.
What is you got? Jimmy, that ain't what I'm talking about. Why ain't y'all bragging about Darvin Ham? You're bragging about everything else. LeBron. He's our man. LeBron. I ain't heard you say one thing about Darvin Ham.
But Darvin Ham definitely gets credit.
What did he get credit for doing? Tell me what he get credit for doing.
First, understand, you just went 25 minutes on Steph Curry. I ain't got the Darvin Ham yet. I'm getting to him.
Listen,
I got him right here on my list.
I'm talking about today. Excuse me, sir. I'm talking about, I ain't heard none of y'all talk about Darvin Ham.
No, because after last night was an obvious adjustment that Ham made.
What he made last night? Tell me the adjustment he made.
Number one, he decided to trim the minutes of Jared Vanderbilt again, right? And he gave Lonnie Walker an opportunity in that first half. He gave him double-digit minutes in the first half.
Why he didn't give him none other games? Why he just do it this game? Why this game?
Dude, it's making adjustments after a win. It's better than making adjustment after a loss. He countered with the adjustments, and he was waiting on them. Understand something. That's one adjustment he made, a big, huge adjustment that he made. Another one is he went outside the normal substitution pattern that you normally see. Well, of course, LeBron might have had something to do with that as well. And they said, to hell with that. I'm going back in the game quickly. It wasn't like when the guy goes out at the 8-minute mark, he comes back in at the 4-minute, or go out at the 4-minute mark, he comes back in at the 8-minute the next. No, hey man, get your breather. It was one dude went out for like one possession, came back in. Those are type things that's going against the original grain. He went with guys that had to get in. Look, Ugly wasn't as effective as he was in the other game, but guess what? Look, Ugly's defense was still there. He made that stupid bonehead pass on offense. But you know one thing about behind the back passes? I'm gonna tell you this, guys, and this is what I'm telling you. Whenever the behind the back pass makes it to its destination and the guy lays it in, everybody always say, man, that was crafty. That was, man, good way to go. But whenever one goes out of bounds, that's a boneheaded pass. Why did he even do that? Why did he make that pass? It's all the time. Trust me, for when they're behind the back. But guess what? Little Ugly, that's Schroeder. He's been a star in his role for the most part. Coming off the bench for a guy that had a greater role in the last couple of years. Remember, this guy here was with this team and messed off millions of dollars with the Lakers a couple of years ago because he thought he was worth more than what the market had on the table for him. He come back to this team and gets it in. Lonnie Walker comes back here to this team and they're getting it in. They're providing one hell of a punch. And then Hachimura, he's overdue. He's overdue, Adam. He was
hot garbage last night.
Okay, and guess what? And they won. Remember that
Jordan Poole was hot garbage last night. Klay Thompson was hot garbage last night. Hold on, let me finish. I just let you talk. Trey, what's this? Dude was soft last night. He acted like Steph had to carry these clowns. But let me tell you something. What I didn't like was Steve. I got a criticism of Steve Kerr. Like I say, he better win this game tomorrow night, and he owed me one up there in the Lakers. I'm going to give him that one. But we go up 12, and you take Steph out the game?
Steph was winning.
I don't care how tired he was. Like LeBron said, I'm going back in the game.
Steph could have said,
can I tell my story? Let me tell my story, because you're going to make me forget my story. You're going to make me forget my story. We lost that lead. I came on this show and told everybody after I told them that the Golden State are a plus 57 when Stephen Curry's in the game. This almost historic, y'all. This ain't never happened to the guy that Jimmy Brighton give me. He trying to weasel out them stats he gave. Here's a stat for you. A plus 57 when he's in the game and a minus 47, ladies and gentlemen, when he's out of the game. So every time he go off the game, the team gonna come back. And I know, but like I try to explain to people on my show, basketball is a game of runs. That's why y'all be talking about, he lost that lead. Man, basketball is a game of runs, y'all. You're gonna have 7 to 8 runs in a game. You just want to be on the plus side of 5 of them, and you had a chance to win. Last night, bonehead mistakes toward the end, and I don't know what the hell happened to Klay Thompson. Seemed like him and Jordan Poole was over there planning their Cancun trip. That's what it seemed like to me last night. You know, that's why you can't give everybody. Now, y'all, and I don't condone Draymond Green hitting that boy, sucker punching that boy. Y'all want to fight, square up and fight. But now I see some things that people been telling me. How he said, yeah, I'm going to get the money. Your ass ain't going to get. You ain't going to get signed. I'm getting him. All of that kind of stuff. Kept on talking. Let me show y'all something. That happened last night. And y'all probably missed this because y'all was in the bar drinking last night. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Hold up. Did I find it? What's the boy name? Check this out.
Yeah, I happened to be in the locker room when Jordan Poole spoke. It's been a while since he spoke, and before we get to the words that he said, let me just paint a picture of what that locker room was like. So the Warriors PR was coming over and saying, Jordan, could you please talk post-game? He seemed a little reluctant. You could tell that he was very frustrated. He was facing his locker, actually. So as the reporters gathered around him, when it did become clear that he would talk to us, his back was to us. And so we're all kind of around to the sides of him. He turned his music off for us, but that locker room, a visitor's locker room, is really cramped. So when that music went off, all of the other players were listening as well. You could see.
Sure. I want to make sure y'all heard that. I'm going to go back a little bit and watch what this, because I don't want y'all to gloss over. That's an important point right there. She just said, and I know about 70% of y'all didn't get that. Watch this.
Music off for us, but that locker room, a visitor's locker room, is really cramped. So when that music went off, all of the other players were listening as well. You could see, Andrew Wiggins, there was Looney right nearby, and then GP2 came to the locker. It was like all eyes and ears were on Jordan right there, and it just heightened the tension. So what did Jordan end up saying? Because we need to acknowledge that this hasn't been a great series for him, maybe not even a great postseason for him. Something has happened to his shot. It's just not there. We know that he has a good shot, but why is he struggling now? Why is he a little bit uncomfortable? Just reviewing some of the things he said, and some pretty short answers. My shot, I don't know. If I knew, I would tell you. He didn't want to talk about himself. He kept saying we have a game in a couple of days. I asked him, I was like, Jordan, we know your work ethic is good. When you feel like you're in a little bit of a funk, when things don't seem normal, what are you doing? Are you getting back in the gym? And he said, well, my work ethic doesn't change. My routine doesn't change. Maybe opportunity changes, but you can only control what you can control. So the frustration very clear coming through from Jordan Poole. And then when we all backed out, the music started again, and there was some tension-breaking laughter in the room as reporters and Jordan kind of digested.
See, I like to give y'all that kind of stuff because a lot of you, if y'all don't just fish and find this kind of stuff, you won't know this. Those were intimate things. A lot of people, they ain't talking about that. Did y'all shows this morning? Did y'all watch? Did they talk about this? Did they play this? Did the shows y'all watched this morning, did they play this? That's important. The players want to hear, because the players are taking up for him in public. The players want to hear what this dude got to say. Everybody got quiet to him, like he E.F. Hutton. Dude, what's going on with you, man? Quit pouting and quit acting like a little broad. That's why you got hit in the mouth. That's all I want to say about it. Yeah. So, yeah, it's a problem. So guess what? I want somebody to get mad and come out and win 3 games in a row. That's all. Jimmy, it didn't happen before. The baby face assassin. Y'all, you know what? I watched that game last night. I got to tell y'all, it reminded me of Steph when he played at Davidson. Go back and watch the videos. of Stephen Curry and Ben Davidson. And y'all, we gonna come on the show next week. Whenever y'all find it out, and we'll talk about it. Just watch the show. Just watch. All of them dudes, the insurance man, they smart. That's the smartest group. All them guys are doing something else. Ain't none of them thinking about no basketball. Nowhere ever again. So that's what they remind me of last night. It's unique, man. It's unique. But guess what? You know what? This series is so compelling. And maybe y'all can help me with this. These last two series, Sacramento, Stephen Curry. Y'all, we weren't talking about, everybody was talking about the Sacramento and Golden State series. We weren't talking about the Lakers series in Memphis. We stopped talking about it. Only thing we was talking, y'all were talking about Dylan Brooks. Now, everybody, do y'all know it's a hell of a series going? Jimmy, a dude from Houston, Texas, is damn near willing his team to run New York and Jalen Brunson in his $100 million deal back to New York. And we ain't even talked about that because of the compelling nature of that dude that Jimmy wanted me to put this up there about this morning. Let me put it back up there for Jimmy since it was so important to him. The dude at the top, that's Stephen Curry.
Raise it on up.
No, I ain't raising it up. This is how I took it.
Let them see number 9.
Don't be trying to change it.
Number 10.
Nobody want to see that mess. I'm not about that. Ain't the narrative. That ain't the narrative you said. Hold up. That ain't the narrative you talked about on the text.
Guess what? Let me tell you something.
That ain't the narrative. I'm not gonna help your narrative.
If this loss didn't hurt or didn't matter, there's no way in the world you would have spent almost 1 hour talking about this one game.
I had some help.
This loss hurt and it
hold up. Excuse me. I had some help.
You didn't spend that long when Memphis went home.
Dude.
The NBA
Stephen Curry, hold up, is the most compelling basketball player that one of the most compelling basketball I ever seen. That's playing right now. Of course, I'm gonna talk about him, and your ass talk the other 30 minutes about something else. So don't just put it on me. I sure like the way you putting it on me. He's that compelling. Hold up, he's so compelling. At 8:10 this morning, you and Corey Henderson had to text me about it.
Well, guess what? You know what that means? Hit dogs holler. That means that text message.
Now you can talk all you want about yourself.
Hit dogs holler. Thank you. About time. Hell. Now let's talk some stuff, guy. Now, how about once again, in order to get ready to move on, the series is 3-1. The Lakers are up 3-1. Not many people that was Warrior fans thought they would be in this position despite holding home court advantage. Now we look up, there are two teams that are 3-1. Both of those teams actually played in the championship of the bubble a couple of years ago. And now both of those teams has to use the play-in tournament to get into this playoffs. Both the Lakers and Miami. Remember, Miami was the 8th seed. Lakers were the 7th seed. And both of those teams find themselves in playing elimination game 5. On the road, of course, remarkable feats. And remember, of the 8 teams that are remaining, only Phoenix does not have a player from Texas in uniform or a coach. All 7 of those teams have a player from Texas or a coach on the coaching staff from Texas, which is also applaudable, and it gives reasons for some people to watch and or root for one of those 7 teams. Meanwhile, Phoenix Suns, Chris Paul will not play in Game 5 as expected. And when they go on the road, this evening at Denver. That is a very, very interesting series. I'm just gonna tell you. I mean, would like for Chris Paul to get a ring. I would like for Kevin Durant to go out with a bang and get him another ring outside of having the ones he had.
People in hell like ice water. Keep on.
But guess what? At the same time, would like for the LeBron James story, because it's one of those things where this is a movie that's in progress. And as we watch this movie, we don't know how this movie is going to end. LeBron is going to play for at least 2 more years, albeit his health permits him. So we don't know what he's going to be doing and what is going to make up as far as how many more rings he can get or not, or how, of his productivity holds up or not. But I'm liking the movie. I like the movie. And I'm, sometimes you don't want to. It's like a saga, or a docu-series or whatnot. Sometimes you get to the end, you don't really don't want it to end. I'm liking what I'm seeing in regarding to this 38-year-old man that will soon be 39 and rapidly approaching 40, who's the all-time leading scorer in the history of the NBA. I'm liking what I'm seeing with that.
How we
I'm
get
liking
back
what
to
I'm
there?
seeing.
I thought we had moved on.
I don't know, I was talking about the Warriors. I was talking about the Suns. I was talking about players that have how many players from Texas on the rosters and the coaching staffs. I was talking about all that. I'm going around the horn. I'm spraying. I'm putting my finger in the water hose now. It's just spraying all over and giving credit to the state of the playoffs right now. So that is the great thing. That is a good thing that we're absorbing and taking in.
So you're a Laker fan right now, just right now, right?
No,
right now.
Right now, if it was the Lakers, I'm rooting for LeBron James.
So not Vanderbilt, because at first it was Vanderbilt. Now it's LeBron James.
I'm rooting for LeBron James. Just by chance, Jared Vanderbilt is along in the same uniform as him. Then by default, yes. But I'm rooting for LeBron James.
And you're rooting for him to win, so this can be a compelling story.
This will be another stripe on his sleeve. Yes, I'm rooting for that.
I'm rooting for him to lose. Yes.
And so I'm
gonna be the consequential antagonist today. I want him to flat foot lose every last one of these last 3 games. How about that?
What? So what's your why? Why?
Because I want Stephon Curry to win. Duh! You're not listening.
No. You just said. Remember, I asked you the question. This series, if the Lakers win this series, and there's no more Golden State, you said you're going to root against the Lakers.
Because I don't like the Lakers.
Okay, so you don't like the Lakers.
No.
But you like LeBron James?
No. I like what he do sometimes.
Oh, sometimes. Okay.
I like some things he do, but I'm not a brunsexual. And guess what? The world's greatest, I guess you text the world's greatest brunsexual has, you probably been texting him back and forth and telling him how I've been tearing the head off. I want Jimmy, you ain't hear me. You want him to win. I want him to lose 3 straight games and take his ass and work Bronny out so he can be ready for USC. That's what I want. You kept talking about what you want. I want this. I want. It's a compelling story. No, his story gonna be all right with these ass whoopings that he gonna get. His story gonna be all right. That my dude here. What's up?
Go away, Joe.
I want him to lose. I want him to lose. Huh?
Dude, Lakers. Hey, man. Where your little cousin at, man? Where your little nephew at, dog?
He out there.
What he doing? Losing.
He out there. He all right. Jimmy. His story. History tells you.
Oh, what's that? 3-point vodka, 1 point.
Watch this, Chris. Coach, you can understand this. Wardell Curry has came back from 3-1 before with 2 great players on the other side.
Against the Cane? Against the Cane?
No, it was against KD and Russell. Yes, it didn't happen before, y'all. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Y'all can keep talking. Y'all gonna be so sad. You know what? It ain't gonna bother me. But y'all gonna be so sad because I'm gonna talk so crazy. I'm gonna make that Kango on Jimmy head. He gonna jump off the hat. Have y'all seen a kangaroo jump off a hat before? I'm gonna make the kangaroo jump off Jimmy's hat. How about that?
Boss, you bugging, boss.
And I'm gonna take that whatever that Chanel, whatever you know. I don't know what damn designer you're a designer. I can't call you.
Our grandmother watching. You better not say that word.
Hey, Grandma, how you doing? Grandma,
Listen.
Grandma, text me, Grandma, so I can tell you what I want to say. What's up? What's up, Chris?
Yo, man, Jimmy hit me today talking about the Lakers. I'm like,
now, hold on, stop. Lori, it wasn't 500 and hold up. It was in 2016, Lori Dotson. I'm just helping you out. It wasn't 599 years ago. 2016. I like to give people historical context.
You leave Lori alone.
Yeah, she always got something to say when I got something to say. So I'm going to get on right back at her. Hey, I got the microphone. Come on.
Leave Lori alone. You just mad because your little baby face assassin getting that.
I'm really enjoying this conversation.
Y'all see my little cousin last night, Lonnie Walker? Y'all see my little cousin? Lonnie Walker?
Yeah. I love Lonnie Walker. I love and I'm praying for Lonnie Walker right now. Yes. I am. Keep going. See how y'all diffused hey, y'all see how I diffused it? Y'all don't understand, boy. Y'all don't understand. I am enjoying myself today. This is one of my favorite days. Come on, Cletus.
What am Laker haters at now? Hey, Jimmy, I hate to bring this up. I remember when the season started, somebody said to the far left that the Lakers were going to be terrible this year. I remember him saying, well, how many they going to win in the first 20? I remember him saying they're terrible with
I don't like them. I want them to lose. I just said it. Hold up. They were 25 and 31 on February the 9th.
Kelton, I remember when this dude was talking all that trash. They in 13th place. They not gonna make the playoffs. I remember.
I said it.
I remember.
Hold up. Play-in. There's a play-in. Yeah, they was on that.
Jimmy, someone say, look at me now. Look at me now.
Chris, the series.
Look at the Lakers.
Chris, the series is not over yet, Chris. Don't do it to yourself. Listen, I'm finna tape all of this now.
God ain't that cruel, bro. Hey,
I'm finna tape all this. Now you're calling on God. Wow.
He's not that cruel.
You and on Lucifer in the middle. Y'all calling on God now?
He's not that
cruel.
He's not that cruel.
You ain't called on God in 365 days. Now today, a week before Mother's Day, you want to say God. Okay, come on.
Listen, don't try to pivot.
You should have did that on Easter. Come on, God.
Listen, man. Here's the deal, man.
What's the deal?
I'm watching it, and I'm like, wow. And I want to text Hannah so bad, but he gonna send me straight to voicemail. The thing ain't going the way Hannah like you go straight to voicemail, Chi.
No, I don't. They won't be up. Hold up. Chris, everybody know you're a lie that know me. They know I always answer my phone. I'm not like you.
So you think Russell Westbrook is cheering against the Lakers?
No, because he get a ring.
He ain't getting no ring. They're not giving him a ring.
Yes, he do get a ring.
I get the ring, man.
He get a ring.
If they had him, they wouldn't get the ring.
They get Rob Pelinka already said it, dude. See, you don't even keep up with your own damn. I can't. You know what? Y'all so misinformed around here. Yeah, dude. Rob
Hold on,
Pelinka said he gonna give him a ring.
Rob Pelinka happy he left. I'm saying he shouldn't get one.
But you don't determine that.
Listen, man.
That's why you
TC,
got a delay.
TC, I know it's got a little delay.
But I can hear you though. We hear you though. We hear you.
What them crazy kids doing AAU this weekend? I know something crazy happened this weekend. Haddon went and cheered for some kid that he done fell in love with that end up getting a donut.
I don't like nobody no more, man.
Oh, you learned your lesson, huh? You learned your lesson about
I learned my lesson, man. Hey, hold up. Hey, I used to be in love with it. Now I just like them. Somebody said that. I ain't gonna call their name. Somebody said that. I used to love summer basketball, y'all. Y'all don't understand. But you parents and some of you kids, y'all done made me not like it now. I'm gonna still support you and help you. But y'all, I ain't giving it. What Jimmy? Hold on, I'm gonna give you another Jimmy thing. Input equal output.
No, they don't. No. Don't preach. Don't preach like that. Don't preach like that. Because that's gonna take. Like the pastor say, you'll get it on the way home. Input equal output.
Coach
should input
Coach,
should equal output.
I told the people early in the show. Because there's a few people who just was watching the show because I had Vernon Dean, a two-time Super Bowl champion with the Washington Redskins on the show today, and talking about the Vernon Dean Foundation. And it was some of his people on had never watched the show. And I was explaining him how we are amateur basketball centric because of you and you've been on all levels of basketball. And Jimmy been covering high school basketball for a whole lot of years. And my piece come when they graduate and go to college and be a pro, then I'll be able to take them and guide them. I said, this is the most, and the guy, and I know he can't wait for me. He said, he can't wait to talk to me on the phone. We got a unique dynamic on here, man. And just by y'all talks, parents, I don't know how long y'all gonna keep getting this information like this. Because we're gonna move on to something else. And guess what? People gonna start charging you a consulting fee for this information. Instead of us giving you this information, you ain't gonna be able to have that access to us. We're gonna pivot and talk about other things. So y'all better, I'm just telling you, people ain't loving this no more. They ain't love no more. They just lacking you right now. I'm just preparing you. But Chris, you can comment if you want to.
What you gonna give advice for anyway? You know this. They don't listen. They listen, Jimmy. Jimmy, they listening now. Oh, they started listening. I'm just saying. They start listening all of a sudden.
Some of them.
I'm just saying they started listening. I mean, listen, man. Let me tell you something. I was doing some data, looking up some data today. Mm-hmm. I'm looking at the data and it just blew me away. About 550 boys play college basketball, high school basketball, and about
550,000, right?
550,000.
Okay.
And about 18,000 will go on to play some form of college basketball. I say Division I. Mm-hmm. And
how many? How many?
About 18,000 will go on to play some form.
So you dwindle down from 500,000.
550,000.
You dwindle it down to 18,000. Go right. Play some form of college. Okay. All right.
I'm sitting there going like, and then you look at the youth basketball. So I was doing some stuff the other day, and I'm like, do you know how much money? I was doing some data, like I said, you know how much they spend on youth sports tourism? $15 billion. Do you know what average family, not these families that we talk about, because they all play on sponsored, I can't get my air quotes, sponsored teams. Do you know what some of these other sponsored teams, people are spending 10 to 15 to 20 grand a year. And Jimmy and I were together not long ago. Some people spending on trainers. Some people spending to play with these teams. And here's the thing. Here's what people don't count. Don't just count the money you pay for your fees, team fees, and the trainer. Don't do that. I want you to count how much gas you charge to go back, you spend to go back and forth to practices to the trainer. I want you to talk about how much you spend on food when you do that same stuff. I want you to talk about how much you spend on gear, how much you spend on travel, not just not just when you go, when little Johnny go too that don't play. I want you to I want you to total all that up. I want a parent to total all that up from a soup to nuts and watch how much money you spend. Because this is what you're going to understand. Jimmy, how many weekends are there probably from Jimmy starts the icebreaker. So we'll say the icebreaker starts the summer period. From February, I think it's the end of February to August, because they play in the August and September now. How many tournaments does the average kid play in?
Nowadays,
Yeah.
Nowadays, the average one plays in about about 10 tournaments on the average. Because June is normally
No, go on.
Yeah, about 10. 10 is the over and under. It's probably the threshold. 10 easy.
So the other question is, how many weekends are they playing out of town? Or that 10? You know what I'm saying? Were they traveling? 4?
4
Even if it's
is
Dallas. Even if it's Dallas. So think about this. Jimmy, if somebody took a trip to Dallas to travel, right? Let's say they got 2 kids, they traveling to go see their kids play Friday through Sunday. How much money do you think they spending? They're not staying like Hatter in the Four Seasons and like that. How much money do you think they're spending on average?
that's a driving trip, so it's not a flying trip. So a family that's going up there and in one car, you're talking about probably a $2,000 trip.
Now, so hold up. Hold up there. See what you just said. 2,000? 2,000, right? And that's if they're not balling out, right? 2,000. Now, let's just say, and they don't play every game at home, right? And we're not, and listen, how about this, guys? How about this, Hatter? Forget about the high school kids that are being recruited. We talking about, like somebody said, 12U, 8U. They got tournaments out of town, yes or no? They got tournaments out of town. I'm trying to tell you how much money these people are spending on youth sports. It's insane what's being spent out there. So think about that. Now, let's just say you multiply that. Let's say you did 5, because some people taking trips out of town. Now, how about this, Jimmy? Let's say they take one trip. Let's say AAU Nationals. Let's say you make the AAU Nationals. What that trip cost?
That's a $5,000 trip. Because most people is going to, depending on what Nationals is, if you're going to the Orlando, then you're going to go and partake into the Walt Disney experience. There's no way that a first time family is going to go to Orlando and without doing that. So, and that's a $5,000 trip, easy. And that's
I just had one. You're absolutely right. I've been on that trip.
Hold up, and that's if you got. Let's say, because they usually make that a family affair. It's like, see, Vegas is the same way. When Vegas was in its heyday, that was the one trip that was the family affair. Everybody, we made the Vegas economy shoot up about 2 million% from everybody. I mean, they got people coming in all the time. They got all type of stuff coming to Vegas. But at the end of the day, I'm saying if that's 10 weekends, how many of those weekends they probably play at home? How about just playing at home, right? Let's say you go see your kid at home. You got to pay entry fee every day. You still got to pay for gas. They probably still gonna eat, right, Jimmy? You still spending money. So I'm telling you, in a given summer cycle, even if you're on a sponsor team, you're still spending something. But let's say you play on a team where you're paying for everything. You're spending between $18,000 and $20,000. Now, Let's do some real simple math. Jimmy's a math guy. Let's say you start playing AAU when you in the fifth grade to high school. How many summers is that? I'm trying to do some real
It's about
math.
it's like seven. It's like 7 summers.
7 summers of all, and think about it, of almost probably 15 to 20 grand a cycle, right? That means you spent almost 100 to 40 to 50 grand on your child to play sports. Now, let's flip that and say you put it in the college fund over that same time. Because more than likely that 140 and 50 grand, because I just said 550,000 play, but only 18,000 get to, again, some form of college basketball. And a lot of that is not scholarship.
But
That's what they're spending. Heather, that's what they're spending.
so, and I don't want to get confused, and maybe I'm confused. I think it's okay to play basketball.
No,
as a
I
sport.
agree.
I just want parents to understand that everybody's not playing in college. But I like team basketball. I like team sports, and I like it. But I think it should a lot of it should stay local, because what I've seen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna tell the truth. A lot of y'all kids just ain't got no better, and I mean, and you just got to go and take a look at it. I sit there and watch kids over here, and I wouldn't tell you who the kids was, but I've been watching and seeing. And then you keep on, you're running on what you call it, a treadmill, But I like sports. If you look at sports as a way to keep your kid into something, away from something, because some people go to violin practice, some people go to band practice, some people go here, some people go to STEM camp. It's a lot of things, but I don't mind spending money on recreation for my son
But how do
or my daughter.
Again, some people do it for social reasons.
Yes,
Some people do it for recreation,
yes,
because they're two different things.
Uh-huh.
But let's face it,
yes.
the majority of people are doing it because what? They believe,
They go
especially in the 7th grade. In the 7th grade, you don't know they don't have a chance yet.
That's right. You don't know. You're right. You're right. You're right.
What they don't understand is
So when do you find out, Chris? When is a good time? I'm not talking about an absolute, because I know there's outliers involved, but I know there's no absolutes. But when can you tell, parent? 9th grade or 10th grade?
See, here's the tricky part.
Okay.
And this is where education sucks. Well, not education sucks, where the decision making sucks when you don't understand and you don't listen to a Jimmy Hicks or somebody like that who's in your city, who's a truth teller, right? Mm-hmm. When you get to the 9th grade, the number one thing that should be your priority is academics.
Okay.
Right. Now, again, why do you say that? Mm-hmm. Because in the 9th grade, unless you use the word outlier, unless you're an outlier, you really don't know if you're going to get a scholarship. Mm-hmm. No matter what you spent, no matter what them little bitty ball rankings say, you don't know. Mm-hmm. So then if you're a kid that don't really care about school, parents, he hooping, he going to be fine. Then all of a sudden the 10th grade comes, right? Same thing, you play in the summer, coaches, you around coaches, you're on one of them little fake summer teams that's got a little deal, that's buying product, and everybody think it's a sneaker team, and the coaches in the gym, you may get some social media interaction and this and that, you may get a fake offer here and there, they still moving that goalpost on you, and they making you think you got a chance. And then by the 11th grade, it's too late. Now, let's take the same approach and say you're a parent that believes in education. You still believe in recreation. You still believe in the social aspect because it's homie play. You still believe he has a chance competitively. Competitive, recreation, social. Say it again. Some people play for social. Some people play for recreation. Some people play competitively. You can still have that same approach. Make sure they go to school. And then when the truth comes by the 11th grade year, you've done all your academic stuff and you got a chance to get free school. Because guess what? They give out more money in free school federally than they do scholarship-wise.
Wow. Wow.
Study to show thyself. I'm telling you,
Approved.
they give more money out to be a smart person than they do to be a hooper. You see what I'm saying? But that's buried. But that's in the fine print.
That ain't cool though, Chris.
But
Man,
that's in the fine
I can't brag on my son for getting no academic scholarship. I want to brag, and Jen, I don't know if you know, Chris, I kept up Mindy's, that message is for you. I kept it up there because Mindy's talking
When the
about you.
Yankees,
Yeah.
Mindy, when
Yeah.
the Yankees win, the Lakers win, the Cowboys win. That's the only time I come on, Mindy. At
Yeah.
least I know who I am, and I'm sticking to my word. But hold up though. Hold up though. What up, Thad Moody? But hold up though. Jimmy, oh my God, Jimmy said so. Oh, I called Jim the other day. The guy called me, asked him, I'm not gonna say what the kid's name is. And Jimmy know what I'm talking about. He said, hey man, this kid is looking to leave this certain school, and and he's from Houston, and blah 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 blah. I said, well, so just how people don't understand how stuff works. Kid from Houston, just so some of you guys that don't want to deal with Jimmy Hicks or whoever, let me tell you something. Kid from Houston. When somebody called me, I'm on national TV. I know a whole lot of people in this business. When they call me and they ask me about a kid from Houston, right? Two things happen. Or they ask me about a kid from Dallas. If they ask me about a kid from Dallas, I call two guys. I call Alan Branch or I call Snoop Johnson. Okay? When they ask me about a kid from Houston, there's only one person I call. That's Jimmy Hicks. Y'all gotta understand that. But guess what? I'm not the only one. Y'all gotta understand that. I'm not the only one. You got to be on the right side of politics. You got to understand. Jimmy only got, in his infinite wisdom, he only got so much space in his head to remember so many names. So guess what people remember? They remember who they like. I'm just trying to tell you how stuff goes. They remember who's familiar with them. It's human nature. Jimmy is a human being. So again, there's people that are obvious out there, but you got to understand there's so many people calling. I ride in the car with Jimmy. There'll be 10 coaches that call. I'm like, man, put the phone down. Hey, what's up, coach? 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 Parents don't understand. Being a good player is not enough. Because why, Hatter? There's 550,000 and only 18,000 are getting a chance. You need help. Period. If you somebody that Robert, you know how many coaches Robert Hatter know?
And knowing more and more now.
How about this? This is what people don't understand about the Chop Shop. Somebody called me the other day and said, hey man, I need my son to X, Y, and Z. I said, well, listen, I know this guy from the Rockets. I know this guy. Oh, you know what? I know a guy that knows the GM of the Mavericks. I could call him. But whether it was going to work out or not, the bottom line is it's all connectivity.
Yes.
That's what people don't understand what's on this screen.
Yeah.
When you come to college or pro sports, right, or media, you can't get a better than 3 the hard way right here, especially on the African American side. You can look at ESPN, Fox, you look whatever you want. It's not going to be there. At the youth sector, the pro sector, and the college sector, it ain't there. Trust me when I tell you that. Not the expertise.
Absolutely.
So my point is, to get back to what I was saying before about if you're a parent, when your kid starts the 9th grade, focus on education. I didn't say don't spend that money on going to school, going to them tournaments, that money pit. Don't. I'm not saying don't pay that trainer that's promised you he's going to be a D1 player and don't understand how this game works or don't care how it works, and you paying his car payment, which is fine. That's cool. I got no problem with that. All I'm telling you is that at the end of the day, the educational piece is going to be a part of it. I've seen it. I've seen it with my own relatives. Play AAU, play high school, complain, not necessarily complain, train, do all the right things. I can write up a list. Hey, man, do this. Hey, man, shoot 1,000 jump shots. Hey, man, work on your dribbling 3 hours a day. Hey, man, do this. And guess what, Hatter? It still may not work. And that may be a dude, Hatter. That may be a dude that don't go to the gym every day, that don't care about school, that don't have no family, that don't have no money, and every school in the country breaking its neck to recruit them. It ain't fair. You got to focus on the books. How about this? That was, last thing I'll say is this. That was one of my frat brothers. He had a son that got 4 scholarships, right? This is my lawyer who used to say, man, I used to drive them kids around in T-Mac. Yeah, that's right, y'all. I used to have one of them old Cadillac trucks, and I had about 10 of them in there. Because they don't want me to get back into the game, because when I was in the game, I would snatch your players. Call me the body snatcher. I'd come in and get them. I let you, take care of them as a 9th grader and a 10th grader, and I'm coming in and I'm snatching them, right? Because, again, it's hard to please these people for 10, 15 years. You know how it is. You get them in the 7th grade, you ain't keeping them to the 12th grade. You can bet your bottom dollar on that. You better get a theory on that. And you know who I learned that from? The guy in the middle of the screen. So what I'm saying is, again, when you got these kids, and I'm driving, first thing, I will never forget, we were at a Burger King or something. I'm buying miscellaneous expense. They all got parents, right? But where am I at? The drive-through. You think I'm getting me something? No, I'm getting a car something. The whole car. And they don't eat one Big Mac. Okay? They don't eat one, and they supersize everything. Hattie, you know what I'm talking about.
Boy, I'm sitting there I'm just shaking my head, y'all, because I've been there, but keep going.
Let me tell you something. When you're a coach, guess what you're doing? You're like, damn, okay, I can't let Hal Paston steal my player. I can't let John Urey steal my dude. I got to have a strategy. Mr. Shooty got money. Back then, David Salinas was around, right? Then you had, I forgot, Rick Nelson was a baller back then. I said, you know what I got to do? I got to get me an apartment, and when the weekend come on Friday, drop them off at my house. I'm not losing a player for the weekend. That's how it used to be. But when I did that, guess what that meant? I incur a lot of expense, because guess what?
Got to feed them that in.
What? They may give them $20. What $20 going to do? Hey, man, you know what you tell them every time? Hey, man, tell your mom, make sure she gives you some spending money. Spending money? Coach, what we eating? I want to eat where you and Mr. Hatter eat. I want to eat where you and Mr. Hatter eat. I don't want to eat at Burger King. Where are you going, Coach? Well, I'm going over to Hillstone. Coach, we like Hillstone. But hold up, Coach. You told us when you put us on this team, everything was going to be first class. So why are we going to the deli, whatever the deli is? You remember I used to live, Jimmy, over in the gallery. Why we got to go to the deli spot? Why we can't come with you to Houston's right there? I'm trying to tell you Jimmy, they don't understand. When you think you want to run on high-powered teams, let me tell you something. I'd never get this. We're at the Pumps tournament. We're in Vegas. So back then, you would go to Vegas, right? That's when Terrell Henderson was with me. And then you would drive your cars. Remember this, Jimmy? You would drive your cars from Vegas to LA to go to the Pumps. That's how it was back then. That was a circuit. The Pumps, who I used to live with, gave me free rooms. Now, that's when you have a good team, they'll give you rooms. So they got a big block of them, right? So Hatter is a hotel over by the LAX. I never get this long as I live.
Which one? I done lived in all of them.
Okay, but it's one of them. Holiday Inns where where it's outside, where you don't walk in the hotel, close the door, whatever.
No, I ain't lived in that one.
Hold up. But it wasn't bad. But
because it's near LAX.
Right. Hear me out, though. So they give us free rooms. The kids don't. This is what Jimmy gonna be telling y'all. The kids don't know they gave me free rooms. Okay, the kids don't know that. They just happy we going to the next tournament. They don't know that what shoes or what deals, or they just know, Coach, I show up. There's food there. Coach, I show up. There's sneakers there. Coach, I show up. Where my room key? That's all they know. Okay, dude, I get there. I'm like, damn, we got free rooms. So and I'm saying, damn, that cut $5,000 off the bill. That cut $5 off the bill. So I'm like, shit, I got $5,000 to do some things with. I get there. Kid named Will Brown. Jim, remember I had the kids from Dallas?
I remember Will. Yeah.
Crazy Will Brown, Coach. I will never forget this. We walked into the rooms. We were walking up to the rooms. He looked at me and said, Coach, what's this? We talking about down, got a pot, the pistol, and window throw it out of. Hey, Coach, whoa, Coach, where we going? Jimmy, hey, Hattie, you know the story I'm talking about, like when you talk about with your son. He walked in and said, Coach, what's this? this ain't what we signed up for. Now think about it. We done been in some baller hotel in Vegas. We done stayed in Dallas at every nice hotel. And on the last trip of the year, because that was the last one, he's like, Coach, what's this? What's this? Do you not know I had to check them kids out that hotel and go to a Marriott? I'm trying to tell y'all what you deal with. Because guess what? You can say to yourself, man, you better suck this up. You should, man, it don't work like that. Now, again, thank God it was the last trip of the year.
Yeah. Yeah.
But if it wasn't the last trip of the year back in the day,
Yeah.
oh man, have them kids be off your team, man.
Okay.
Because I used to live for stuff like that when dudes do stuff like that.
Right.
Hey man, y'all ain't got no rooms? Oh my God, man. Come on over here. We talk to my kids, man. They stay at the Holiday Inn. What, y'all get one pair of shoes? I told Jimmy my theory back in the day. If Hal Pastor give you one shoe, I'm gonna give you 10.
Mm-hmm.
If he give you one of them Team Nike shoes, I'm gonna give you 10 T-Max. And now let's talk. Oh, so I do Bugs Bunny math. 1 for you, 10 for you. 2 for you, 20 for you. 3 for you, 30 for you. Let's go play. That's how it was back then.
You know what, Chris? You just said that though. But I love when our kids expect better.
Coach, listen, everybody talk about them stories about driving people through River Oaks. I used to do that to my players. I said, man, we're gonna drive through River Oaks. Who live there? They said Elijah One. Man, Elijah One don't live in here. Who live over there? Man, hold up, man. That dude don't live in here, man. He don't live in here. He don't live in here. You know who live there? A doctor. You know who live there? Probably a lawyer. But you know who probably live there? Don't even work because the house was passed through the family. That's who live in here. Look good, don't it? And unfortunately, the only way we think we can get there is playing sports. Because that's what America tells us, Coach. Right or wrong?
Yeah. But you know what's amazing? And I keep forgetting that story, but I didn't think about it. But our kids should expect more. And ladies and gentlemen, because we got new people on the show. Hey, now, I just told a story. My son was on a little team, a little bitty team. I mean, about 11 to 12-year-old team. And I'll never forget it. I get a phone call. And the coach said, Mr. Hatter, could you come down here? Because your son said he's not going to go in this hotel. I said, what you mean? I put him on the phone. He said, Daddy, he trying to have us in these hotels. You say, no, never stay in no hotel like this. And I said, get a coach the phone. I said, Coach, what hotel you got them at? And he said, the Microtel. I said, you hold on. Y'all hold on. Robert told him, he the young one, he told all the players, don't get off. We ain't going to that hotel. So I get to the hotel. I pull up. You know, they got the bulletproof glass, Jimmy, that you got to slide everything up under the door. Even the little white chilies was crying, talking about somebody booked them in this room. But I called the dude over the program. I said, player, how much, whatever you paid on this one, you just get that money back and you give it to me. I'm finna go get these kids some real rooms.
Trying to tell you, man.
Because them kids want to go, but the young fella listen. I just like to see your kids listen to you.
Huh? You've been exposed. Coach. Yes. You're exposed to something else. And I used to tell them guys, hey man, if I wear a new pair of shoes every day, you're gonna wear a new pair of shoes. If I stay in a nice hotel, eat a nice restaurant, that was my selling point. So when that kid saw me do that, he was like, whoa, coach, what's up? And I could have did 10 things right. But that one time, and guess what? Because that's how people are, man.
Right. Yeah. Right.
That's how people are. Dude, right. I remember Vegas. Jimmy know this. 2 Vegas stories. When I got back into the game after coaching, I took over I did my Under Armour program. Man, so I hadn't really been in the game because I've been coaching. I hadn't been in the game and hadn't been to Vegas. So you trying to cut corners and save a couple of dollars. Let me tell you something. And Jimmy will know this story. Remember the Hooters Hotel?
Yes. I ain't never been in there.
It's gone now.
Oh, it's gone? Okay.
Okay. I said, oh, damn, they got, because you're like, oh, they got deals.
Yeah.
You got tips.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. That was the worst Vegas experience I ever had in my life. The next year I took them down there. I said we stand at the what not Cosmo? What's the one, Jimmy, off the strip? They used to have the big time club back in the day that the Maloof brothers owned.
The Palms.
We stayed at the Palms.
Yeah.
They were so damaged from there. I said we can't never do that again. And the one year I went, what's the name of the hotels in the back? They called it the ghettos.
Oh, you talking about Circus? No.
No, you're right.
With the space needle.
In the back. No, in the
Yeah,
back.
they love. But the kids love it though.
What's wrong with them kids, man?
But the kids love it.
You trying to expose them? Hey man, we're gonna stay at the Bellagio. They know, coach, we good back here. What?
Dude, they loved it.
You want to? Oh, we good.
Next door to the stratosphere.
Coach, we good. I'm like, hey, bro, you want to come stay over here with me in Caesars? No, coach, we good.
That's where all the girls hang out at, man. That's what they told me later. You remember?
I know the story.
Yeah, I poured through it. You know, I first of all, hey, y'all, this is some funny stuff that happened. I can't tell that story no more. It's some funny stuff that happened in summer basketball. But I never forget, one of the kids, I got to tell this story. Two of the kids was in a room. So I knew the coaches was not going to be around these kids. So my son was on the team. So guess what I did? I pull up in an unmarked rental car. They don't know where I'm at. I just sit there in front of the door. I see two of the players walking in with a girl. Mamas, I'm serious. Mamas. So I got out the car and they kept walking in with the girl. Then one of the players told, Coach had a cool. so I waited because I wanted to see what they were going to do, right? I go up to the room, knock on the door. The youngest one in there had his shirt on. He even took his shirt off already. And the little girl sitting over there on the table like, on the bed like, I'm finna break both of them clean off. And I said, little girl, let me tell you something. I don't know who you are. You got to get out of this room. I paid for these rooms. You got to get out. And I asked him, I said, what do y'all think y'all was doing? I said, you know I'm finna call your mama. You know what he gonna tell me? My daddy gonna kill me. I said, you just better get ready to die because I'm finna call and tell it on your ass. They just walked past me, Jimmy, like, Coach had a cool. I ain't that cool. So Jimmy, after that, I went looking for my son. Because I'm saying, where his little ass at? So I caught him walking by himself, Jimmy. I said, dude, do you know all this? Dad, I ain't seen nothing. I don't know nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't seen nothing. I'm by myself. I said, you get your little butt in this car. So then I went searching for everybody. Everybody I caught had a girl hemmed up at the hotel. I said, oh, my God.
They love that. What you about to say, Jimmy?
What would you about to say, Jimmy?
I'm going to pull up the antennas from a lot of the parents. And I'm going to pose it to Chris because you've had multiple laps around the track with these kids, with multiple different kids. Chris, do you think parents have the ones who are not there? Because a lot of kids go solo. Do you think that these parents have any idea what their kids are doing on these trips on the road with these basketball youth teams and programs? I'm talking about in regards to being the mischievousness and the stuff that you might have caught or hinted that one of your players may have done, things they may have done that you may not even tell them. They didn't bother calling back home and telling mom or dad. You just handled it and punished them or whatever yourself. My point is, do you think the parents actually know?
I had to tell the parents, Jim.
I mean, Heather's right, but
I had to.
9 times out of 10, they know what the hell they kids are, and then they give them to you, right? And then they expect you to grow them the hell up. So you damn right, dude. Let me tell y'all something. I had Isaiah Rusher. Mic drop. There we go. Now, do I?
Oh my goodness!
I had a shot caller on my team.
AJ.
Almost saved him. Couldn't save him from himself. Almost saved him.
Right.
Let me tell y'all something, man. Let me tell y'all something
Right.
about this world. Tell you something about this world. And I wish I could tell certain other stories of how I had to help kids,
Right.
and they're college graduates now. But I probably go to jail, so I
Right.
can't do that. Okay, because
Right.
we have to do all kind of crazy stuff. That not go to jail, but the court of
No.
public opinion was look down on it. And at the end of the day, when you're in our culture, sometimes being right ain't always right. You got to do the right thing for the hood. Okay,
Right.
dude. That dude was one of the most rough edged cats you ever meet in your life, right? And he got 1,000 chances. He was 6'9", and Jimmy know it very intimately. 1,000 chances. Let me tell y'all something, man, about kids. And my parents, hear me out. Kids want structure. They want it. They crave it. You can spoil them all you want. Do you know when I had that dude? That dude damn near lived with me, man.
Mm-hmm.
I never had one problem
Mm-hmm.
from that.
Mm-hmm. I loved him.
And listen, the same dude told me when I signed him at New Mexico, yeah, he got a scholarship. And I came to the hood over there by the barbershop, Jimmy.
He
know
told
what
you
I'm
not
talking
to
about?
wear something.
And that dude told me, Coach, hold up. Don't wear that red over here. Take that SHIT off, Coach. And by the way, let me walk you in. Don't you walk up in. I know you from H-Town. I know you from, Fifth Ward and all that. You can't come up in here. Jimmy, am I lying or what? I'm trying to tell you. That dude stayed in my house. And when people tell me stories, I'll be like, Isaiah? What? Isaiah? I'm talking about the dude, all I do is look at him and be like, hey, all right, Coach. Dudes want structure, man.
And he's crafty too, Chris. Chris, you remember
Dude.
the coach slept on outside the door and leaned on the door. The coach fell asleep because he wanted them to get out of the room. Man, they said Isaiah and them opened the door easily while coach was asleep, held his ass up, and snuck out of the room anyway.
Coach, he was 18 going on 50. He was a grown ass man, and I'm gonna tell you again, we almost saved him,
Almost.
right? But it would have taken someone that he felt would put their hands on him. Not that I would put my hands on him, but I would have.
But yeah.
But it ain't nothing like strong black men, man. Ain't nothing like again. Your favorite line?
Right.
Overmothered, underfathered, man. I'm telling y'all.
Right.
That's what's up in our society, in our culture, not just maybe society, in our culture, overmothered, underfathered.
Yeah.
That dude needed, who took care of that dude? The hood.
Yeah.
So he was hood. Because
Yeah.
those are the people he looked up to. Again, John Lucas did a great job with him until he got tired.
Yeah.
I took the reins after that.
Yeah.
We almost got it to the finish line. And then guess what? The other people didn't know how to handle him. Kicked him clean to the side.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so my thing is, again, and Herb Baker, Melvin
Herb had one just like that.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Listen, man, let me tell y'all something, man. Jimmy and I were together the other day.
Chris Rockamore would go on that list.
Man, let me tell you something. Dudes should be playing in the league, dog.
And hold on, we got a start. We got a 5.
That's a great start 5 right there.
Hold on, that's 3. One goes on there before it was your first. You meant Russia was one because you coached him in summer ball, but another one we're talking about. And this is really understand. As good as some of you think these kids are now, they probably couldn't light a candle to none of these kids that we're mentioning right now. And Isaiah Russia, he came out in 2007. Chris Rockamore came out in around, I would say, 09-ish. Then somebody just mentioned Melvin Swift came out in 2010.
Crazy
I think.
time.
Right? Well, or maybe 12 for Swift. 10, 11, or 12. How about this one? Stephen Briggs.
Oh my God, man.
Talking about, and it's funny as hell we're talking about this and how the world is. I hadn't seen Stephen Briggs in over 10 years. And I was eating at the restaurant with my partner. We was eating at BB's yesterday. Stephen Briggs comes in the restaurant. Looks great. He's had trials and tribulations as most young folk in their life. Looks great. He's a homeowner now and has 2 kids. Looks great.
Well, he went to West Side, so. No,
Well, but I mean, yeah.
no, I'm messing with you.
And he showed me a picture of Rashad.
And listen, and stole the W off the freaking thing. They call it S side, okay? And stole the W.
You know, and I mean, these are kids we're talking about that the category probably would be Chris and Hannah, guys from the area, who were very, very talented, but they did not make it to a college uniform. They never made it to the college. Not say never made it. That's a whole different category. We can go on all day. But these guys didn't even make it to the Division I jersey. They never wore the Division I jersey. And they signed, or they had a Division I offers on the table. Like Chris Rockamore never made it. He never made it out of high school. He was in handcuffs before leaving high school. Now the other young men and Rusher, he made it to college, but he never made it to the season.
Never made it to the season.
Stephen Briggs made it to UMass. Chris Walker was the coach at UMass. Stephen Briggs never made it to the season.
That's why you got fired, Chris.
First of all, I didn't get fired. Let's stop there.
I'm sorry. That's why you pivot and went somewhere else.
I was there for 5 years. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about after that.
If he would have handled business and got there, it would have. Dude, do you know true story? I flew on 9/11.
I know.
The day to go see Stephen Briggs.
Yeah.
Should have known then. We should have known then. I'm joking.
Hey, man, we got to get out of here, man. This was good, man. I'm glad to have you back.
What, Chris, you want to give a correction? Remember our criteria that I said, guys. We named 4. Who would be the 5th guy? 4 guys who never made it to a Division I college jersey. Well, Melvin Swift, and they had Division I offers on the table. He was offered by I think Xavier, and nobody never made it to college. We had Melvin Swift, Chris Rockamore, Stephen Briggs, Isaiah Rusher, and all of those guys were 6'7", 6'8", and above, 6'8" and taller. Understand this, but there's no height criteria. Who would be the 5th guy? Chop Shop. Give me that 5th guy.
You better hurry up.
Let me give you one guy.
242.
I know. I don't know if he made it to a college, but he played at Villanova. Was it Myron Randall? Who's the little Randall? Not Myron Randall. What's the kid? He always at the funded. Boy, can play like oh my God.
Oh, you talking about the show? Myron the show?
Yes. Did he play Division I?
I don't think he did.
Division I.
I don't think the show did.
The show was man, that dude, boy.
Oh, he's still the show.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But he didn't make it.
Chris Green, Jimmy didn't make it.
Coach, the number one all-time dude, you forgetting went to Cashmere. What are we talking about?
Who?
Of all time.
Who?
We talking about Godine?
No.
Godine played.
I don't know him.
Street legend, man. What are y'all talking about?
Oh, Dwayne.
Dwayne Rogers.
Right.
I was, yeah. Dwayne would be the guy. He would. I was talking about. I was actually talking about in this new revolution of basketball since 2000.
Oh, okay.
These guys, Dwayne Rogers. He would be the poster child of guys that were that talented, that could have easily played Division I basketball, but never made it to a uniform. And I was thinking, but the guys we mentioned, the 4 we had in common, either got in handcuffs. They all probably got in handcuffs, and of course
Can I have a shout out to somebody? Because Herb Baker posted it earlier, but I don't know if everybody saw it. He was at Fundy today and said Zaterius Mortal was tearing everybody's head in the gym off the frame. That ain't where he said it. But I text Zaterius, what Herb said. He said, he about right. I texted. He said he about right. I did. Played for TSU. One of the most, I call him Mr. Excitement. And thank you, Herb, for over there checking him out. And I want to know what time they play. I know they be playing during the show, so I can't come over there. But I got to come over there and check him out. See, I like it when college players are playing.
Friday.
What?
Fridays. Maybe on Fridays.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I like it when
Friday.
college players are at Fundy, back in Fundy playing. I guess what? Everybody on the Houston Rockets team need to have their ass in there right now. They shouldn't be on no vacation. I'm going to repeat that. Everybody who played for the Houston Rockets and the coaches do, all of y'all ass need to been in Fundy because y'all couldn't win a game. So, but shout out to Zaterius Mortal. Thank you, Herb, for that info. He said Herb said clean off their bodies. You ain't seen it play yet, Chris? Oh, Chris.
I haven't seen him.
Oh, Chris. Oh. Yes, different.
Yeah, bro. You a high school kid?
No, play at TSU. Go.
Oh, shoot. Oh.
That's the one kept playing too good. Johnny said, I got to sit you down because them folks calling Jimmy trying to snatch him. Hey, Jimmy, I already know it. You ain't got to tell me, Jimmy, that he had a little stretch there, Chris, that he got quiet around his joint. Them high majors started trying to snatch him, but he leveled off defensively. But Jimmy, he different, Chris. You got to see him. He can shoot it and jump over your head. We just got to get him committed on the defensive end. It's a wrap. And he got a nice body. About 6'3.5", 4. But I'm going to just tell you who he is to me. He Russell Westbrook.
He can't shoot.
No, but we can shoot. That can shoot.
Turn the ball over a lot.
Yes.
Almost ruined the Lakers. That's going to the championship this year.
Hey, man, let's get out of here, Jimmy. I got to go. I'm not dealing with you. Hold up. He came on early today to talk shit. I'm not dealing with y'all today, man. No.
My little nephew, Lonnie Walker. Come on, Doc.
Oh, hey, hold up. I got a question. You don't hear this much. Rabbit had to tell him, Reggie Simpson had to tell him, man, stay off the rim. Quit dunking on these dudes that many. He dunked that many times on them dudes. He said, stay off the rim. Okay. This Zaterius Moore. You better look at that name because you're gonna be talking about it on CBS this year.
I'm gonna be looking for him.
Yeah. Mr. Excitement. Hold up. I gave him the name Mr. Excitement. So don't you go up there and talking to John Rothstein and Gary Paris like you came up with that name, like I know you're gonna do it. But it's look at him, y'all. Look at him.
Hey, I came up with the phrase over mother than under father. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I came up with the phrase, if I agree with you, we both will be wrong.
Jimmy, let's get him off. Man, I'm tired, man. I'm gone. I'm done with him, man.
Y'all make sure y'all shadow show
Good job, Chris.
on your way out the door.
Good job, man.
You know what? Y'all know what time it is. Know what day of the week it is. Taco Tuesday.
Oh, it ain't for Tuesday? Usually Chris come on Thursday. Oh, they won. The Lakers won. Okay. He ain't gonna come back no more, y'all. He ain't coming back no more, y'all. You ain't coming back no more because they gonna lose 3 in a row, Chris.
Wednesday, Thursday. Oh, damn, we should have a special show Friday.
No, we ain't. No, we ain't.
Hey, Jimmy, go to your Taco Tuesday spot.
I know Chris wish he could be down there. But hey, Chris, that's the one thing Chris missed about Houston.
What's that?
The Mexican spots. You missed.
Oh yeah, you know my spots, man.
Well, let's get out of here, Jimmy. I'm sorry.
I'll follow y'all, man.
Yeah. Don't forget 6:30 tonight, Philly at Boston, 9 p.m. Phoenix at Denver, doubleheader tonight. See you guys on tomorrow's Shadow Show on your way out the door. It's time to slide down Dino's back. Yabba dabba do this thing on this Tuesday. Peace. We up out here. May have some big news for you guys tomorrow as well.
Yeah,
Stay tuned. Chop Shop.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter. You are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro. Let's get it. We in the Chop Shop. We live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk. We live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up. It's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop. We live.